I like the way it makes me look.
You guarantee it?
Is that bad?
I would love to do a podcast in a suit one day, like a suit cast.
Dude, I almost bought a suit on Amazon, but I'm like, it ain't gonna fucking fit.
Goals for 100. Episode 100.
Episode 100.
Press is all suave.
Hey, episode 50, I've got something planned, but I can't tell you about any of you guys about it.
Naked stream.
Yeah. No, I bought a suit, but it took me like a couple weeks to put it together. I bought it at
Yeah, assembly is hard.
That'd be cool.
Yes, so
No, it's not orange. It's no, it's charcoal, and then I accidentally put another suit together. Oh, we're starting.
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, okay.
We all
We
here.
We here, and this is Weekend Adrenaline, presented by Icy Driveway Studios.
Dun, dun, dun,
Can I just get a little for ourselves, just for ourselves?
Oh, for me? Go me.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
We're very cool.
Yeah, we're in the new studio. We're doing the damn thing.
It needs paint.
It needs paint. You guys, yeah, you can definitely see in BJ's shot that it's a little splattered on the walls there. But, yeah, we did it. We moved into the studio. We actually accomplished a goal. And I couldn't, we're nowhere near where we want to be production-wise. But for a start, I mean, we did it. We are on Main Street. What should we give out our exact address or no?
It's located behind Sebastian's.
Yeah, we're in Cobblestone Square,
Yeah.
near Sebastian's in the H&R Block.
I would
Not made
say
of cobblestone, weirdly enough.
We are not.
We're basically right next to the CBD shop. Our entrance doesn't have a sign yet, but
We're actually above it.
We're just giving it all out, huh?
Yeah, we're right above it.
We'll be posting the 3D printing models for the keys to the building next.
we still have to get the other keys.
I know. Goddamn Fleet Farm.
Honestly, I really like the one that you picked out for me. The one with the shoes,
I know. The one that you guys picked
the
up.
high
the
heels.
high heels, and then the one that you had. I thought could not have been more.
You know-
I was hard looking at it.
You know what would have been really good? If Fleet Farm would have had employees that could have actually used the machine for us instead of just ignoring our cries for help. But whatever, man. That's
Ignoring
cool.
cries for help.
I hit the goddamn button like 30 times for assistance, and they just...
Ding!
Farm.
Assistance to assistance to
30
automated
times.
keys.
And every
please.
time it got like more, the lady got angrier, and was like, "Fucking get to painting, goddammit!"
And no one came.
And no one came.
I think a few people walked past and didn't take us seriously. If they see, like you said, 4 men that are almost in their 30s fucking around with keys, like kind of joking around and giggling because we were just giggling about the designs. It's like, okay, we're not
I
going
don't
to fucking
giggle.
help them.
I'm a man.
Fair. But as far as the studio is concerned, we are I want to say, including me, myself, or me, BJ, Caleb behind the scenes there,
Hey,
and
sole proprietor.
his partner,
kidding.
our partner, we'll say,
Partnership.
Nathaniel. What do you want me to call you?
Nathaniel. His name's Nate.
Call me late for dinner.
Should I call you N-Dog?
Oh my God,
You can call me Fluff.
Fluff man.
Fluff, the Fluffer. Oh, jeez. Nate E., who has been a repeat guest. I think the only person that's appeared more than you is BJ, besides Caleb being the producer.
Really want to get my vape on audio?
Icy Driveway Studios is now the I want to call it the umbrella in which Weekend Adrenaline is under. And I just want to I'm going to quick hand the mic over to Caleb to just talk about the Icy Driveway.
What about it, man?
I want to know what it is and what you're going to do with it and what we can expect from it in the future.
Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah.
I know I put you on the spot, kind of. Sorry.
Pornography.
That might be a possible branch we're looking into.
That's gonna be BJ's specialty. Since his name is in fact BJ. But no,
I don't get it. Explain the joke.
No. Nope. Icy Driveway Studios is going to be a production studio. My main focus, obviously, is producing these podcasts for Mitch, Weekend Adrenaline, and then I'm going to be running Icy Driveway Studios itself, which is going to be a recording studio for like bands, musicians. If someone wants to record a commercial or something here, so be it. But I'm going to have full capabilities. We're going to build. We're going to have some ISO rooms built. up so that we can do, full on recording. And then, yeah, I got a full, I got like the full suite of like mixers and all that cool stuff for doing audio and post production. So it'll be something neat, be able to produce our own theme songs and stuff like that. So the production will go up for Weekend in General. And then BJ will have his own show at some point here when we get that going a little bit more. When he decides what he wants to do it about.
Apparently, it's going to be pornography, according to you. Whatever.
Putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, you got 3 votes against 0, so you didn't vote. We're voting 3-0 that you're doing porn.
All right.
And every woman in the chat is now going nuts because they've wanted this for a long time.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think there's any women in the chat.
It does look like it's all dudes at this
You haven't
point.
shown your gauges yet.
Who said it was going to be straight porn?
I've read that you have to do gay porn for a long time before you do straight.
I've read that too, but I'm guessing like if you got a fucking monster cock.
From what I've heard, gay porn pays better.
I heard it pays less.
I heard.
There's more risk involved.
I wonder why.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
of
there's
risk.
a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk in general, in just walking around in life.
What kind of insurance do you think you have to have as a porn production studio?
Butthole insurance? Do you think they do that? Like, because celebrities will do that.
Insure
They'll insure a
my
body
butthole.
part.
We have internet here. Why are we not learning?
Yeah, search butthole insurance.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right on your computer.
All right.
You know you don't have
Go
to.
ahead and talk. I'm muting my mic.
But we're pressuring you. PJ, do you want to talk about anything like what that you plan on doing creatively? Like, what's your end going to be?
I'm probably gonna do something involving video games. We haven't completely decided yet. I have a few ideas. Just kind of depends on where space turns out and what we're gonna do for that. So we'll see.
Okay.
I have some building to do tomorrow of walls. That's my main focus right now.
I dig it. I know you've done some stuff in the past, but I haven't seen any of it. But I'm sure I'm sure you have a lot of creativity behind you and inside of you, and I can't wait till that all comes out and lands everywhere, and we can see it for ourselves.
Insurance porn.
Yeah, did we want to read a little bit about that?
He just had it up. It said insurance porn, and I'm like, that's probably just gonna be like.
It says you're so far away, Mitch.
Is that what the comment says?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're so far away.
You're so far away.
That's so you can see all of my beauty in its visage.
So far away because you haven't filled in that space yet.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang the Brotherhood of Steel flag back there from
Ooh.
Fallout.
There you go.
Setting your allegiance early.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game.
I installed a mod once for Fallout 4. Now that we're gonna get on the subject.
Fuck me. Here we
And
go.
this, let me first say, this was in a playthrough where I was siding with the Minutemen, so I was against the Brotherhood. But this mod turned them into the Nazi party. So I was literally fighting the Nazis in Fallout.
Oh
it was
my
awesome.
god.
Did you hear that the Skyrim guy who incorporated Thomas the Tank Engine into Skyrim is getting legal action brought against him?
Yeah, I saw that.
What, by Sir Topham Hatt?
By Bethesda. Or was it, maybe it's not Bethesda,
No, it was
but maybe
like
the Thomas the
PBS
Tank
or
Engine
whatever.
people. But yeah, they're bringing legal action against him for a mod.
Good. Goddamn hackers.
What did you find on that porn?
Oh, hold on. Isn't it up?
Oh,
I thought
no,
I
it
switched
was.
you got rid of it again.
It's a little bit delayed. Sex sells.
Sex sells, ensuring the adult industry.
Okay.
I got to read a little bit about it so you guys can.
Do you
go
think they
ahead.
have to do examinations first?
Oh yeah, they
Well, yeah, that's actually anything in porn now. You have to get tested
No,
for
I mean the
everything.
insurance. Like, do you think the insurance agent looks at their asshole and is like, okay, this is the state it's in?
thorough pictures?
I think they look at financial records. Like, I think, who's it? Riley Reid's ass is insured, I think.
I bet it is.
Her ass is insured for, I don't know how much. There's one of them, her boobs are insured. I know that. Yeah, a lot of bigger porn stars, like the bigger names, are all insured. But I think just to look at it, they have to examine the financial records of how much money they accumulated or revenue they generated for their company.
Yeah, but how do you? I mean, unless you have a medical, like, let's say you insure your butthole, and you have a prolapsed anus. Obviously, that's got to
Holy
get covered.
shit.
But like, that thing, what if it just gets beat up and ain't usable anymore? Is that covered? Like, what is it? How do they determine?
Beat up. That's funny.
I'm curious. I'm gonna do some research on my own when I get home.
What I found,
extensive.
the article that I found is mostly about them insuring the adult industry, whereas like sex shops and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 25% of this particular person's business was from insuring that type of stuff.
Just the one quote I just saw was, "I've been doing this long enough."
Wow. I've been doing it long
Porn
enough.
star insures penis for $1 million.
Yeah, probably Peter North.
My God. 11 surprising body part insurance
The guy that
policies.
cameoed in Ghostbusters.
Lexington Steele.
Ron Howard?
Ron Howard's not a porn star.
I'd watch that.
That's Opie Taylor from Andy Griffith.
Fuck yeah, dude. Can you imagine him bending Miss B over? Or Aunt B? I'm sorry, Aunt B.
Ain't B.
Aunt B. Do you know
Not
she
Aunt
hated-
B, Ain't B.
Aunt B.
Yeah.
You know she hated kids?
Yeah, she's a cat lady in real
Yeah,
life.
Did
Like,
not get along with Mr. Andy Griffith.
No.
Yeah, she was a bitch.
fuck, man. But they made it work on screen, man. And that
Gomer Pyle was gay?
gay as AIDS, dude. He has a partner in the Philippines, and
Well, I think they're together now.
but the iconic scene of Andy Griffith cleaning that shotgun on the thing, and he says, "Man, I don't know what I would do. What happened to A and B?" Click, and like the barrel would just be at the guy's nose,
Right.
like loaded, fully loaded.
Viewers can interact and have a
Murder Aunt B. I would have killed. She like was the worst part of that show.
You didn't like A and B?
No, I mean she had an episode or two where she was like it was funny because of her, like the one where she won
Yeah.
that game show or whatever.
Yeah.
But like other than that, they could have gotten rid of her a long time. Like
Oh,
they could have never
jeez.
had her, and it would have been so good.
I'll be honest with you. I almost fainted laughing when I was a kid at Barney Fife.
Yeah, Barney. The dynamic between Andy and Barney was the best part of that show.
Like if he would, God, could you imagine if it was just like Opie and Andy? Ugh, like just father
Yeah.
and son moments. I'll admit it really fucking got to me once when Opie killed a robin with his
yeah.
slingshot, and so to punish him, he opened the window. and
killed
he goes,
Opie.
He goes, "You hear them baby birds calling for their mama? They ain't coming home. Now you just listen to that for a while." And he left them up there for like a whole day.
Yeah,
Straight up torture.
That is.
I just watched that episode on like Easter, I think, when I was at my
Oh,
before we went to that
Easter
brunch.
Sunday with bird death and
man.
suffering. Metal.
you killed that bird. Now I'm gonna kill your Aunt B, and you're gonna have to make something
And
from now
you're
on.
gonna watch. Oh, dude, remember that one real quick? Oh, then we'll move on. But the episode where Aunt B was gone,
Yeah,
and they
just
tried to
lived it like-
survive, and
they
they
were
lived like
destitute.
squalor. Oh, dude, he tried to fry up some wieners, and the pan was just on fire in minutes. It's like, whoops! And you see him dump all the fire in the sink.
It's so weird how man times are different. Like
Oh,
basically,
I still cook like
it was implied like he would come home and just be like, "Where the fuck's my dinner, woman?"
and that was his aunt.
And they weren't even married.
No, that was his aunt, dude. He was married to
He was never. They never showed his wife.
Mary.
Well, 'cause
no,
she
his wife
died.
was
Well,
dead,
she
yeah.
ended up being. He ended
Dead.
up being with
The pharmacist.
Mary Ellen Rogers.
No,
that was
the teacher.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
Opie's teacher.
Oh, I can't think of her name.
I don't know. I haven't seen that show in so long.
Wasn't Opie in love with his teacher too?
Yeah, at first. Oh, I just had it and then I lost it.
That was fucking weird. If you
Something-
think about it, like the kid's in love with this woman and she ends up being with your dad.
That's uncommon. I was gonna say like a kid being in love with his teacher. I had a crush on my teacher in like 3rd grade or something.
Yeah.
Not a crush. She was just fucking hot. She was only at school for like a year. There's like that episode in The Office where he's like, "Yeah, we had a really cool teacher once. He ended up sleeping with one of the students, and then a bunch of other kids came forward. Really ruined 8th grade for us."
Oh, jeez.
Helen
Crump.
Helen
That's what it
Crump.
is. Yep.
is the love interest for
She was-
Andy.
she
And then there
was
was
alright.
Ellie Walker, who was the hot one.
Who was the pharmacist?
Yeah, she was the hot one. What's this one? Who the hell is this?
Dude, Helen Crump. There's that
Peggy.
one episode where he found out she was like, I forgot what she was like protesting something, and she like got arrested and was like a felon and stuff.
Ellie Walker.
Oh my
Like, she had a whole
God.
Crump. She had a whole like secret past in one episode. It's so weird.
Was it? Oh.
Like he got like super like he found a picture like he was at her house and she was like, "Hey, get this thing out of the closet for me." And he
Oh,
does, and he like
yeah.
comes across a box with like these old pictures of like newspaper clippings of her getting arrested. And then she's like, he just hides it from her, and he like calls up the FBI and stuff, trying to figure out what happened. And it was just like a really bizarre episode where it was completely off from like his character. Like he got super mad and like suspicious and stuff. And I was like, dude, just ask her, you fucking lunatic. God.
So he went through his shit and just like completely. He just kind of invaded all of her privacy and then got mad when he found something he shouldn't. It's like the whole snooping
Well,
rule.
No,
Snooping,
snooping's
not
okay.
Snoopy.
Snoop your ass off. But like, if you find something, don't be like, I'm just gonna call around to the
that's-
state police instead of just being like, hey, yo, what's this?
No, that's what I meant. It's like if you find something you're not supposed to, that's on you, and you gotta fucking deal with it.
Yeah. But like, it was just weird. Like, he was never set up as that kind of character.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the Andy Griffith Story Hour.
But yeah, we can do a whole episode where we talk about old TV shows. I was gonna do an entire episode called Remember When, and I was gonna have my parents on because my dad will not stop bringing up the fact that he goes, back in my day, Domino's was the only pizza thing that delivered. It was $25 for pepperoni. Yeah, got too much there. But anyway,
They were they're the only ones that delivered.
yeah, and I just wanted to have them on and be like, remember back then, and we can always do one like that. So I'm happy that we just announced that we are finally in the new studio, and I'm really, really happy. I just want to say that it's really cool to work with some people that that carry out their ideas instead of just saying it and then not having it. I've done that a few times, but it's cool to see this actually go forward. We didn't just talk about it. We didn't, say we should do this, and then when it came down to it, we go, we didn't welch. I mean, maybe you guys aren't Welch.
Hey, man, fuck the Welsh.
No, maybe you guys aren't familiar with that, like where you have so many ideas and then everyone's on board, but then like when it comes time to execute, everybody just bails.
Well, that's usually me. Usually I'll be like, man, I got this awesome idea. And then I'll be like, but I could just lay in bed instead.
Well, so no, that's you welching on yourself, but like
Yeah.
when you have something that like you could do great things, however, like partial of it depends on somebody else. I mean, I'm not going to bring up bad feelings, but what about like maybe band or music projects? Yeah.
Happens, man.
Yeah, it happens, man. Okay. So like it's just really cool that this actually happened, and I'm really excited for the future and how we've got a decent amount of just momentum behind it. And I just
we
want to
have
say I'm
space.
really proud of all of us, really. Just wanted to say that.
Space.
But I'm really sure that the question on everybody's mind for me when they first saw this go up, and I know what everybody's thinking, I just wanted to say Detective Pikachu is awesome.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Holy shit.
Have not seen it.
Okay.
Offer
you
your
see it, Caleb?
Yeah, me and Nate went.
Okay.
Offer your contrary opinion.
So for me, do I need a headset? Nah, I'm fine.
No, just
So
good.
for me, I enjoyed it for what it was. Excuse me while I put a headset on. It was interesting to see Pokemon in a realistic world and how they would interact with people in a contrived environment. But at its core, it was still a children's movie with a children's kind of concept of the plot and everything, and that was fine, for what it was. I wish it could have had a little bit more of like a for the storyline that they were going for. It could have been a little darker. Actually, have some injuries on people. Mm-hmm. But I mean, seeing everything live action is something that we've dreamed of ever since we were children, and that was really cool to see. Even if there's Pokemon that you don't know, you can still kind of, with Pokemon, it's really easy to see how they, just visually, how they would be interpreted and how they would act in real life because of, how they are. But with a children's movie, you have a little bit of overacting, which kind of makes the characters can sometimes feel a little dry. Some of the main characters were very overacted, I feel. But overall, like, it was a really enjoyable watch. Even as you're an adult living the nostalgia of the old years or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely a movie to check out in the theater. I don't think it would quite get the full effect if you watched it at home on a smaller screen. It's definitely something you need to see, even if you only know the first gen, and just to see what people can come up with nowadays with technology as it is, and it's pretty cool. What about you guys? What did you think?
Your movie review reminds me of Greg Turkington, if anybody knows who that is. From On Cinema with Tim Heidecker on Adult Swim. Look it up. It's exactly, for some reason you sounded just like him.
Are you showing your age or what?
No, it's on like currently.
Oh,
Tim Heidecker.
Yeah, from Tim and Eric.
Oh, God, I never got into that.
Well, fuck you.
No, I have nothing against them. It's just like
I have something against you now.
that's okay.
but yeah,
I would like to have you against me.
overall, I'd give it like an 80 out of 100.
That's a good score. Did you go to Oshkosh and get some cards?
Yeah, we got some cards. We went here in
Pokemon cards?
Fondy, I think, right? Yeah, we went here in Fondy, got some cards. You know, not the best.
Any reclining seats yet, or are they still a ways off?
I was a little disappointed with the ending of the movie, which I'm not going to spoil, but they totally could have done without the big reveal.
I was
Pikachu
too,
dies.
yeah.
It was completely unnecessary and didn't really add anything to the movie itself. But overall, besides that, like, you know, the plot made sense as to what they were going for, the mystery they were trying to solve.
Can I guess the ending and tell me if I'm right?
I won't tell you if you're right.
Mewtwo
but you're
shows up
free.
because I see that in the trailer,
Yeah.
and that's the guy's dad. It's in the middle of the movie. But it's the guy's dad. Pikachu dies.
I'll give you.
You only had one guess.
I'll give you
burned it.
I'll give you partial credit, but that's all I'm going to say.
I'm probably not going to see it until it's on like Netflix anyway, so I don't really care. I never played with Pokemon as a kid. I was not allowed to.
I'll agree with you in the whole theater thing that, there's a movie, The Quiet Place. That movie is meant to be seen in a theater, and if you see it at home, you can like talk through it and half the tension's gone. The nostalgia of this movie when it went in the theater, when the lights went down, it was all people our age, some younger, some older, but mostly us. Everybody clapped when it began. Everybody reacted perfectly. Everybody, they got sad, they got happy at the right times. And then when it ended, everybody applauded.
There's not very many movies that can get that generational gap and,
Uh-huh.
and combine them together into a universally accepted, you know, way to portray something.
Yeah, all the younger kids were yelling out the names of the newer Pokemon, whereas when they would do an inside joke with Pokemon like that we knew, like the whole Psyduck thing,
Yep.
we were all laughing. But when there was a newish joke, it was all kids laughing, and I really liked that. I love the,
Forever.
yeah. I think it toppled Endgame at the box office.
I highly doubt that. Did it?
No, it didn't gross more, but
No.
it beat it out one. Didn't it beat it out for one weekend?
Nope.
It didn't.
Nope. Endgame beat the shit out of it.
Oh, okay. I
think-
swore
I think for
Pikachu.
that weekend, it did a little bit more sales overall.
Maybe internationally, not domestically.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I read somewhere that it
Did Nicki
that it
Minaj
did.
Pokemon show up?
Nicki Minaj.
Mr. Mime?
Jinx.
Oh, no, Jinx.
Jinx.
There was no Jinx.
You know that Jinx is from like 1995, and Nicki Minaj was maybe like 7 or 8
But
years
I'm
old.
just saying it looks like.
Yeah, it
her.
does. The big fake titties and the big
No
lips.
spoilers. What's your favorite scene from the movie? Because mine would say Mr. Mime. I was pleasantly surprised with how well that scene went because
It got
of the
dark
trailer.
too.
I thought it was going to be really like overplayed and just like, oh my god, that you're playing the mime aspect too well.
Yeah,
But with it being an interrogation,
yeah. Where he like was about to,
spectacular.
yeah, where he started lighting the match. I was like, whoa, whoa.
They had to go through a lot of legal stuff with the Pokemon company
Uh-huh.
to be able to get that to be accepted, and they totally did not think that they were going for that, but they did. They
Yeah.
greenlit it, and they were like, "Wow, awesome!"
My favorite, I think, was when Pikachu fought Charizard. Like, it was just a plot point. It was just a plot point, but like, just the whole, and then like some of Ryan Reynolds' lines, like the first time he climbs on his shoulder and says, "You need a saddle for this."
Were you disappointed?
It just hit.
What happened? Did I miss something?
Don't worry about it.
You missed the stream.
Fucking with BJ.
The only disappointment I had was that there was no Team Rocket aspect, and they mentioned Mewtwo 20 years ago in Kanto.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
I-
it makes sense that they're trying to make their own movie with their own universe.
Yeah.
Whatever, but.
What I also like about this is that it ends very definitely, and if it's a sequel, it's going to be a stretch.
Yeah.
'Cause Pikachu dies, yeah.
Anyways, Jesus God.
He wasn't even a real detective.
He just
What?
put on a hat and started
I
walking
said before,
around.
I thought it was good.
Oh,
I liked
You're
it.
not going to add anything else?
I thought the ending was fine. I didn't mind the reveal at all. I thought it actually tied the movie together thematically. It's about family.
Yeah, what's up with everybody ragging on endings lately?
Endgame.
Oh boy,
What's your overall rating?
he's talking about Game of Thrones.
Overall rating? 7.5 out of 10.
Oof.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but like,
Yeah.
I'll show you 7.5.
like it's good.
Jesus,
Like,
I'm not
it's-
even that
Would
good.
you, would you say
I would rather-
Close.
After seeing it in the theater?
What?
Would you buy it on DVD?
the audience can't hear you.
Or is it kind of like a one-time watch? Okay, you got
I
it.
think they will be able to. Maybe.
Like a mosquito in the back.
I would watch it multiple times on a streaming service.
Yeah. Oh, on a streaming service.
Yeah, I'd put it on. I would watch it over and over again when I go to bed because it was fun. But like,
Has more staying
my
power
biggest
than
thing is that I I just want a Pokemon live action movie to be like
Like the show.
a
Really?
good telling of the game, like the game plots.
You want all the gyms and red
I
and
want
blue and
a game playthrough. I want a good version of that, like done well, huh?
That would be really cool.
It would be cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing a decent like TV
Or-
adaptation of the show.
Like a streaming service 10-episode thing of like a playthrough of a game would be amazing.
You should see.
But it would also be cool to see a movie do a playthrough of a game, but from a different character's perspective. Like you see in the background of all this that like Red is going through all this
I
stuff.
just want to see the show because I want to see what's her name, Mindy?
Misty.
Misty. I want to see me some Misty.
just Google Misty cosplay.
It's not the same. I want it on the big screen.
You haven't watched
And there's a scene where her and Brock bang it out.
No, her and Brock never got together. Brock was too much of a man whore,
He's also
and
way
Misty hated.
He's also way
Ash.
too old for her.
Brock
Yeah.
stayed with some professor or something.
Brock stayed with Professor Ivy in the Orange
right.
Islands.
Yep.
Yep.
Brock was
That's
gay
right.
and we all knew it.
Brock wasn't
You
gay.
couldn't see anything.
Brock was totally
Oh
gay.
my god. You ever seen that GIF where first Ash's eyes go to the right, like they're looking, and then Misty's eyes go to the right, and then Brock's lines just move, like.
Just to show his shift
Wait,
of vision.
wait. Who was
Yeah.
who was Misty's Pokemon?
Staryu.
Yeah, Staryu.
No, Psyduck.
And Psyduck.
Psyduck.
Psyduck was her.
Oh yeah.
Psyduck was
Wait, are they water Pokemon?
So was
Yes,
that?
she's
I
a
so was
just-
that- Oh yeah,
I
totally.
just fucking
one of my favorite
realized
Pokemon.
their names and the connect. Oh my god,
Misty.
I feel like a fucking idiot because Brock, his was Onyx, which is a
Yeah.
rock.
Misty's water.
Misty's is water. Ash, electricity can set things on fire.
Did you know that Ash was named Ash because of his ashy skin? Just kidding.
That's racist.
What are you gonna do about it? Anyways, holy shit! Are you all right?
Go put that away.
Are you all right?
Go put that away. That's not yours. It's not ours.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
All right. Well, we almost had our first life-threatening injury in here.
We don't have workman's
We
comp here.
I do actually have insurance. Millions of dollars worth of insurance.
Millions?
Yeah, the plan that I bought has literally millions of dollars of insurance coverage.
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna go fall down the fucking
Please,
stairs,
please
man.
don't.
Crash the fucking window.
Please don't.
We recently had some video game tryouts, and Caleb will not stop asking me about how good Sekiro is and how he wants to start playing it. And I told you could borrow my copy now because I'm done with it.
Never.
I heard that he really thinks it's the best game of all time, and that the mechanics are airtight.
I just don't like it. Hey,
I'm sorry, what?
Nate can also attest that I just don't like hack and slash type games. So.
I'm not a fan of like Souls games either.
I will,
Excuse me? Ooh.
I will say this.
Not true
I
at
think
all.
Super Meat Boy is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that game's great.
Yeah.
We still haven't played 4-player Cloudberry Kingdom.
Yeah, I love that boy meat too.
Oh, there's a dude. I need to
We
go
gotta get our
back and
poster.
rewatch. I rewatched the Sekiro one, but the Meat Boy one I got to rewatch because of how many times I almost really let loose at how angry I was. You die so much
Oh,
that you
for
don't
Super
have
Meat Boy? Yeah.
you don't have time to really get angry.
Yeah, like that game is you don't get that mad until
No.
you hit like one of those
I'm
hard
the-
boss levels where you have to like do a whole long thing without dying.
I'm the opposite of that. When I play games like that, where you just like have to keep throwing yourself at it, I'm just like, damn it, every time I die. Like, fuck.
Well, like there were like every time I I died, you learn a little more. But then there's a point where you start getting careless, and he could see that. There's that one where I ran into the front blade like 7 times in a row.
Yeah, it's
just
like
just over and over.
It's hard as fuck. And then
Yeah.
if you like get to the end and your time is just a smidge off and you die, it's like,
Yep, and you got to do the whole thing over again. I haven't played it since you left, and I'm gonna probably check out Trials because I was supposed to do that. There's like 2,200 gamer score to get on that. What
Trials
the
is
hell?
fun.
Trials is
fuck.
amazing. That game is awesome.
The new one just came out too.
Plus they get weird.
Yeah,
Like some of them like are just like, what? There's fucking unicorns I'm riding now.
Well, like there's very hard levels too in that game.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's really fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's what I would like to do is just anything that we could do tryouts, like where someone plays a game, like someone's an expert in a game, and then they show it to somebody like one of us that has never played it, and the other person just gets laughs. And then like, I'll get to you in a second. And then how Caleb's idea, because I've never played Destiny, he wants to do a raid with me making comments. However, I'm more than happy to do that. However, I feel like you get really sick of it really fast.
I think we should just have him do the raid. on your account.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like
Me?
give him a rundown, give him a basic how to play, and then try to.
It'd be so hilarious. It would be amazingly cruel to put him, who doesn't know how to play the game,
As long as you
with
don't
the whole
get,
raid team.
as long as you don't get mad at me for
Oh,
ruining your record or
I
whatever.
wouldn't be the
No,
one. I wouldn't be the one getting mad. It'd be the people you're playing with.
Just get an entire raid team with the studio and
I-
then 2 extras.
I mean, that would be ideal. I would love to do that.
Caleb can Sherpa.
But I'm like the only person that actually likes Destiny. So
Sherpa.
I mean, I like it.
I'm
It's
always
just-
looking to use that word.
that's a subreddit for Destiny.
I like it, but I went to play it again because it came out free on PC, but it was just the base game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And I'm gonna play for a while and kind of get back into it, and then I'm gonna buy the expansion because I really like this game. But to do literally anything, they changed it so you have to have the expansion now. Like
Well,
in
to
order
get
to
a lot of-
upgrade,
yeah, to do a lot
in
of
order to
stuff,
upgrade
yeah.
anything, even like
well, yeah, to get past level 20, you have to have the expansions.
no, not even just that. I'm saying like if you know how you used to be able to like take the item level of like a gun,
Infuse
put
something.
infuse
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now it requires materials that are only available in the game in the expansion,
Gotcha.
which is like, come on.
Do you have opinions?
Well, you can only hit level 300 anyways. What?
Do you have opinions on the new this week at Bungie nerfs? Have you seen those?
Don't care. Whisper was already not good because of the nerf, and all they're doing is making it more. Huh?
Now they took those away.
It's fine.
Do you think we'll get
Most of the weapons that are out now are better than Whisper for dealing damage, anyways. What?
Do you think we'll get some E3 Destiny 3 information? This
No.
year?
I don't-
Really?
Not. I think we will
I
get it
think
next
they're
year.
gonna tease it.
We will get it next year at E3.
Who are they switching to now, like publisher wise?
Probably themselves.
They think they're gonna self-publish?
Yep.
That's a big fucking title to self-publish.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do publishing wise, but they're them by themselves, man. I hope
For now.
I hope they self-publish.
Unless they get picked up by like EA, they switch to EA. That'd be funny.
That'd be gross.
That would be gross. EA.
I don't think they'll sign with another big company. I think they're just going to do it self-publish.
I mean, look at what Respawn's doing. All right, they're with EA now.
I like how Nate just like
Look at the,
huffaws.
Look at Apex. It's went.
Well, that's because it's a battle royale game. It's,
Yeah, it's just a trend. It's just a trendy game.
They have a
It has no real.
up-
There's no real substance to it.
Did we talk about PUBG in China yet?
No,
I
what's
can't
going on?
remember if this. Apparently, in China, PUBG got changed, like to be more friendly to the government restrictions. That when you die, you like just fall over. There's no blood or anything. You just fall over, and then after 5 seconds, the character gets back up and goes bye, and then just disappears.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
that's like one of these.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to show even skeletons in China.
Oh, really?
Man, they're
Yeah.
really restrictive.
They're very.
Wow.
You can't show blood. You can't show skeletons. They're like kind of iffy about even just showing anything dying, even in movies or video games.
There was a game called Army of Two, and its sequel was just called The 40th Day. And I remember how that was banned in neither China or Japan because you could still shoot bodies when they were on the ground. And if you do that with certain games, like I think you still can, like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. But if you're able to put bullets into a dead body and it shows the bullet going into the body, apparently that's like a huge
Probably
deal
China,
in
yeah.
different things. In America,
Well, it's desecration of a corpse, but it's not real.
right?
So
It's a war. It's,
yeah,
it's
China
like a war crime.
China's
like worldwide
nuts.
now.
China's nuts, man.
China's nuts with its like.
With its just restrictive
Laws.
yeah, with its laws about internet usage and stuff. I mean,
It's-
they
sorry.
can't Google or anything. They can't do
Yeah, I've heard
like
that.
anything. It's nuts.
Fuck. It's funny you should mention crazy laws because I think we just underwent a crazy law change of our own.
Hey, good segue into fucking medieval times.
No, you better not be doing that. You'll be getting in trouble if you do.
I'm of course talking about Alabama.
50th.
And Ohio and Mississippi and blah 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 blah.
All right, so how do we want to tackle this?
I'll
Go
tackle.
around it.
Let's tackle some
First,
state
you need a
senators.
disclaimer saying that you understand that you're not the gender that is under attack right now. But these are just
Yeah, but
your
everybody at this
general
table,
opinions
everybody at this table agrees with the gender that's under attack right
We
now. So
we can still have an opinion on it.
I can have an opinion
Like
on whatever I want.
regardless of gender, you can have an opinion on anything you want,
Here's
regardless
the thing.
of gender.
I'm not to sidetrack too much,
There you go.
but look, I am pro-choice. I am very in favor of fucking do whatever you want. But the same people I always see like you can't have an opinion because you're a man on abortion are the same ones who are like, how dare you fucking circumcise your child? It's like that's a male body. You can't have an
that
opinion
don't
on
have
that.
A decision in this, or that don't play a factor, are the ones that made the decision.
Well, yeah, but that's how that is with every law. Whenever they, I mean, look, again, I'm against the laws, but that's how it is with every law. Like, white fucking rich people set laws for poor people. Like,
It's also absurd that the white males are setting this precedent for the Alabama abortion stuff when a female representative is trying to put $100 fines on people, on males masturbating, saying that you're getting rid of potential children. Like,
well, yeah,
have
which
you
is
guys
just
heard
trying
about
to,
that?
it's, yeah, but it's just trying to prove
the
a
same
point.
thing. Like an opposite gender is trying
Yeah.
to enforce rules on something that doesn't apply to them.
I
So
also
it's-
think that's a
it's
stupid
skewed.
thing.
Because that's what we need is more people.
Right.
And from Alabama.
I don't think gender is an issue with those either. That most of these things, it's not the gender thing. It's the enforcing religion on the masses thing is my
Yeah.
huge issue with it.
That's
Obviously,
true.
women are under attack by a bunch of males making the fucking laws because they believe in a book that's been translated hundreds of times
Wrongly.
over like hundreds of generations for their own benefit. So I still don't understand how people can even take any merit in like what these morals have become. And I don't know, it's just greed and pure evil. It's all it's become.
I don't know. It was really funny that one of the Alabama state senators, I think it was, just resigned like yesterday because it turns out he had his mistress get an abortion
Yeah.
when he knocked her up.
Exactly.
So
Mistress.
fucking retard.
They're all hypocrites and they're all pieces of
said
shit.
it. You said it.
I said what?
You said the word. That's our word.
Oh, that's our word. Ooh, I don't think that was the
which
word.
one?
I said the R word.
Retard.
Oh,
Oh no.
Hey, I don't think anybody's gonna complain about me calling some Alabama state
Dude,
senator.
I used to have a wall of breasts behind me. I don't think a word is
Hey,
gonna
this
really
is a new
fucking
new
rock somebody.
year, new me.
Yeah, I mean that wall. Hey, those pictures are still in that room. By the way, I was gonna offer them to somebody, but
Me,
for money,
give them to me.
you guys can cherry pick.
No, I want them all.
Charity.
Yeah.
I'm charity.
You know, I'll tell you something. One of those pictures is a friend of mine, and I once got a hold of her when my buddy at work was having a really bad day, and I said, "Can you just give a Snapchat and in the ribbon put I hope you have a better day?" And she fucking sent one of just her holding one boob, the other one just out, and said, "Hope your blank, hope your day gets better." I sent it to him, and I'm not even on the same shift as him anymore. Every time he sees me, he's like, "I just want to thank you." It is a turning point in my life.
That's all it takes, man.
So like, that I'm just saying like that kind of love only comes along once in a lifetime, and I had her on my wall. But like you said, new year, new me. And right now it's blank.
That sounds
and
kinda dirty.
Gonna be.
I had
That's
her on my wall.
I had her on my wall. I was fucking Buffalo Bill. I skinned her, and now she's a lampshade.
Yeah, it's going up in the corner over there.
But anyways,
Fucking
that whole Alabama thing, like you guys were saying, it's all that the white male in power are doing this. They're putting in control something that, like how you said, Nate, that you shouldn't be in control of someone that's not your body.
Because you could never be in that position.
Right.
You have to make that decision.
Right. I said earlier when we were about to leave for Sal's that my belief in it is there shouldn't be a group of people that can make a decision for another group of people at anything, regardless of what it is.
No.
Like I said, you shouldn't be able to tell somebody they can't do cocaine or heroin because you don't think they should. Or you can say that, but like for there to be a law and a criminal consequence for you to do something, it shouldn't be allowed.
To a certain degree.
Such
Because
as what?
in some,
What's
well, I mean, like
outside of it?
if somebody has kids, they shouldn't be allowed to do heroin. Like,
The option should still be there for them to do heroin,
it should not be.
but they should have enough common sense not to do it.
People don't have people are stupid.
So you think that there
people
should
are really
be
stupid. People do heroin
so-
now when they have kids.
right? How do you make a law that says these people over here don't do heroin, but these people over here
I'm
do
fine
it
with heroin
because-
being illegal.
Well, fine. Well, what about coke?
Coke should be illegal too.
Illegal?
If you can do it and it can kill you immediately, not over time like fucking cigarettes and shit, it shouldn't be legal. Because A, you're opening up chance to accidental, like kids getting it and fucking people leave shit laying around it as is. Like people shit on the streets. You think they're not gonna leave heroin fucking laying around if it's legal?
I've heard people finding needles on the
Yeah,
streets.
like I've
in
seen
Fondy, dude.
needles
Yeah,
on the streets.
Yeah,
Like it's like, imagine if that shit was legal. People would be fucking,
sure.
oops, left 5 pounds of fucking black tar heroin down in the gutter.
Jesus God.
Hope a kid
No,
doesn't
you're-
find it.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, that's
I
why
just-
like people not like fucking with weed being legal too. Like I support weed being legal, but they're fucking idiots that you hear every day where it's like, oh, a 2-year-old ate some pot brownies and now he's in the fucking hospital getting his stomach pumped. It's like
At the same
He probably
time,
ate
kind
a
of
ton of. He
fucking
probably had a
dumbass
shock from
parents?
too much sugar.
that's probably didn't
alcohol has
help.
been legal for so long, and yet people still do stupid stuff with that. Being
Probably the
legal,
most
so-
stupid.
Yeah,
Probably the
well,
most death and destruction of any substance.
I found that alcohol is a lot more impairing than weed could ever be. Weed
Well, yeah.
keeps you rooted
Speaking
Well,
of
it
alcohol.
depends. It depends.
because you don't have to go out somewhere to partake in it in the social setting that alcohol does. And that's what causes a lot of the problems is having to get home or, leaving the place where you have to go procure it.
Well, yes and no. The reason alcohol you grow out places is because it's legal and you can go out places to do it.
Right.
I'm sure if weed legalized in Fond du Lac today, you'd have fucking Slims would be selling joints. People would be fucking smoking it up.
As another point
What's wrong
on
with
on the whole Alabama thing, keep in
Yeah.
mind, it is people can go to jail for longer participating in an abortion, whether you're the female or the doctor that's performing the operation. You can
99
go to
years.
jail for longer than the rapist that causes the abortion to need to be done in the first place, which is in and of itself super stupid. Well, I won't say the word of the day, but it's super stupid.
I'll say it. No, you can leave those on. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Wrong.
And a
Word.
massive, yeah. It's
mentally
It's
ridiculous.
It's like a travesty.
Close enough.
Oops, sorry.
It's absolutely
That was an accident.
horrendous. No, you can keep those if you
that's
want.
all I
Oh, okay. I cannot talk about this enough. Where my God, my
Spit it.
cord-
It
my
actually
cord
makes
is
me
stuck.
angry.
Hey, man.
Instructions not clear.
all
Dick
you.
stuck in mic thing.
Hey, while Caleb's fixing his mic, like it actually like I keep reading because another one like Mississippi just did it too, and I was telling you guys about it
Oh, did you
before.
just see this fucking
Where the
guy?
fucking-
the guy got like this pastor raped his like person in his like congregation, like 14-year-old chick, and then he got like 3 years or something because the judge was
Yeah.
like, he's a good Christian man.
Well, then
are
it-
you fucking kidding me? Fucking kill yourself with your fucking garbage religion. God damn it.
Shout out to Nick.
And-
a good decision maker when it comes to
Yeah, shout out to Nick for being a good decision maker, drinking at home instead of out.
I don't mean. Were you done or?
Yeah, it was-
Okay.
Were
no,
you
you're
done?
good. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Fucking
You-
ridiculous.
No, that was totally
This
fine.
country's a
there's
fucking
also
joke.
there's also that 11-year-old in like Ohio that is pregnant from being raped, and it's like, nope, fuck you, you gotta have that baby.
because otherwise you're getting rid of the evidence of the crime.
Yeah,
If you abort it, there's no evidence that your father raped you unless the child is born.
I mean, all they have to do is take a DNA sample.
that's too complicated.
We have a
Stem cells,
We have
boy.
a comment. Can anybody read that?
It
So
says,
It says, I drink at home. It's way cheaper and don't have to deal with dumb people. It's
Who
from
says
Nick,
that?
That's true.
Nick Norton. Sunglasses, smile face.
What's up, Nick?
See, I
haven't
drink
talked to
while
him in
I'm
a while,
driving.
man.
with the legal substance and not impairing or endangering other people with his use.
I mean, I do crack at home because,
Is that why you're wearing glasses?
yeah, dude, my eyes are bloodshot.
I'm wearing them because I did crack too.
We did some crack together.
No, it wasn't together though. That's just we just happened to
He
crack
held
at the same
my
time.
spoon, I held his spoon.
Nobody talks about the christening of this place.
The christening, yeah. The christening
the
was,
crackening.
dude. Fucking.
Hey man,
I don't know.
keep it together over there.
I don't know why that's so funny.
That fucking meth high
Crackening.
starting to hit you.
It's the excitement from being in this awesome new place. Honestly.
Dude. I'm excited now, and it's not even filled.
Yeah, it's very empty.
Oh, we're gonna
As you
fill
can
it
see
up.
in BJ's shot, like there's just Amazon boxes.
Well, in BJ's shot, there's not only boxes and non-used gear. It's also fucking half-painted
I'm
wall.
froze. Caleb, we're froze. I was gonna do the look at all those chickens.
We're good. What the hell is that from? Is that from like
There's a
Waterboy?
Vine, bro.
I was never into Vine.
Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
Anyways,
But it was all like gooses.
the whole fucking
It was.
the fucking
That's the joke.
yeah. But I just wanted to touch on the whole Alabama thing because that's the hot button right now.
Speaking of hot button, fuck Alabama. Fuck Mississippi.
They're 50th in
Or no, Missouri.
I don't think it's right to say fuck that state because
do.
there's not a lot of people
They
who
voted those
agreed,
people in.
I guess.
You have a lot more control at the state level than you do at the federal level. So if
just
something
saying,
stupid
like,
happens in your state, that's on you.
There's a lot more victims here than there are criminals in the thing, and it's like
Yeah.
it just sucks that they have to deal with that.
The thing at the end of the day, it's going to get overturned by the Supreme Court. I guarantee it.
Hey,
Sure.
come on over to Wisconsin. We got beer and cheese.
And
I
abortions.
saw Colorado put up like billboards on this because Utah passed one too, I think. And it, like they put up on the border, they put up a bunch of billboards saying like, "Hey, come to Colorado. We have safe abortions. It's legal here and always will be."
Fucking Jesus. As if you don't need another 90th reason to move to Colorado. Beauty, bongs, and bitches.
I always think about this. You always see these stupid pro-life billboards, which are fucking ridiculous and pandering and stupid bullshit anyway. I've never seen a pro-abortion billboard.
Well,
Like,
it's not something you want to be super proud of, but it's like.
no, but it's
I've
like
never heard a girl
they
brag
like,
about
oh
her
man, the
abortion.
fucking pro-abortion agenda. They're out to kill the babies. It's like I haven't seen the flyer.
No.
I haven't seen a fucking billboard.
Well, remember it's like the third
like the gay
episode of Sunny
agenda.
in Philly. The third episode of Sunny in Philly is Mac and Dennis went to First, they went to a pro-abortion rally. No, they went to a pro-life rally first.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, man, the chicks here are all fucking stuffy. Let's go to the pro-choice rally. It's like, man, the chicks are way hotter. You good?
Where do you go?
He left.
Oh, okay.
He just went to use the bathroom.
Probably, yeah.
But there's
I
like
thought he went behind me, and then that's why I was looking. I was like, where the fuck did
that
he
is
go?
kind of creepy. Like when you can't find somebody
Yeah.
and there's no way out of the room.
I can't find somebody.
Speaking of BJ and making crazy decisions, you left your job.
I did last week. I quit my job. I just came in. I was like, hey, today's my last day. And I sent them a big fucking email of everything I hate about that place.
Did you really?
Yep. And then they thanked me on my way out for sending them the email.
Well, I'm sure that I know the turnover rate there is probably astronomical.
It is.
So
It's
people
pretty
just
high.
walk out and never get feedback.
Yeah.
But they don't even fucking listen to the feedback. Dude, my buddy John works there, and he says it's awful there.
It is.
He says that people have panic attacks at there and cry at work.
Yeah, people cry. Like I've seen people
shit.
crying. I've seen people like get up and just fucking leave. I've seen people fall asleep.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, like I could handle it, like the stressful parts of it. It was more of just the management was like a fucking nightmare.
Okay,
like they
but
would just.
but you are employed though right now.
I am currently
That's
employed.
good.
Yes.
We just wanted to reiterate that for all the women watching.
Yeah, I have a job. That's about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
about
all you need. A job.
I work.
That's all Jesus wants.
Yeah. I
So you can
mean,
give back.
listen. I use my job to pay for abortions, so maybe. I actually just give my paycheck right to Planned Parenthood, the whole thing.
What,
I'm homeless, and I haven't eaten in 6 weeks, so
But you had 2 big ass pizza slices not too long ago.
I stole those.
I saw you pay for them. That was magic money.
No, that was I stole that credit card.
That was like a play school card that
Yeah.
went through.
The numbers were just all nines. I don't know why the fuck he thought it went through.
He couldn't read. We got
He's Italian.
emotions. I kept nudging you, but I don't know if you felt it because I didn't want to make it obvious. There's a big just picture of Mother Teresa in the back.
Dude, that dude's in the mafia. In case you didn't know.
Don't give a fuck, dude. Nuh-uh. No, he isn't.
He totally is. I guarantee it. That guy's in the mafia. Let's
He
not
wouldn't
say
bust his ass in a sweaty pizzeria.
it's a fucking front. It's a money laundering
Yeah,
scheme.
but you don't work that hard in the front. What's our comment say? We got 3 new ones.
I saw one from
I
Neji.
was talking about abortion.
Oh,
Let's interact. Let's interact with the crowd.
Hold on, let me.
yeah. Read them,
All right.
producer.
Angela says pro-abortion isn't a thing,
You know what I meant.
and
Oh, well, technically, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's people out there like, fucking abortion, do it.
and then Nick wrote back again. Norton, the same guy from before, agreed. Most people don't
It's a proven fact that
don't get knocked up so they can have an abortion.
having factors that play into like providing free services for like implants or even condom contraception or stuff like that is 60% more viable for preventing unwanted pregnancies and stuff than just putting a law in that says, oh, you're going to get fined if you do. Is a proven fact, and I don't know why they're pushing for that. It makes no sense.
Here's what we need to do.
Did you?
Because-
Go ahead, BJ. I guess.
Condoms are terrible.
That's why you wear it too.
Birth control is terrible. Abortions, terrible, even though
So
I
you just
support
wanna-
them.
You just want to
No,
roll the
here's what we
dice
do.
every time you bust.
Here's what you do. We invent the transporter technology from Star Trek and just fucking zoop that baby out of there into the sun.
I wish I could show Nate's face. Hold on.
No
I need to
invasive
show it.
procedures, and I don't have to fucking. She doesn't have to be puking all the time. Whoever. And
Okay.
feeling all gross from the birth control. I don't have to fucking put a condom on if I don't want to. And we get the cool technology from Star Trek.
You know, I. Second one.
Yeah, when
Where-
Kirk knocks that chick up and there's
No.
fucking sun aborts the baby.
Kirk, not Kirk. Spock's about to die, and you see him just close his eyes, and he does this, and all of a sudden he's aboard the Enterprise. And I leaned over to my buddy. I'm like, could you imagine if he had accepted death, and then Kirk ruined it for him? He goes, I was ready. What are you doing?
I wanted to see my mom. No, I was thinking about this the other day when I was working. I'm more of a recent Trekkie, but like I was thinking about it. I'm like, fucking, they have this transporter technology. It doesn't seem like it's high energy usage. Like it obviously uses quite a bit of energy, but like it's not like, oh, we can only do 5 of these a day. It's like they can just use it whenever the fuck they want. Why do they even have pipes and stuff anymore? Like, why are they not just transporting water from one spot to another?
In Star Trek?
Yeah, like in the ship.
Well, if you watch the show a lot, I don't know how much you've seen, but they lose people in the transporters because people fuck
watched.
them up sometimes.
Well, I've seen all of the original Star Trek. I've seen all of everything except for Next Generation.
If you notice in all the Star Trek, it all has to be manual operated. None of it's automated.
But it can be.
It's a precise technology that has to be manually done. Apparently, I'm not.
Excuse me, but Harry Mudd automated it in fucking Star Trek Discovery. You fucking nerd.
He didn't see Discovery.
Played by Rainn Wilson.
Didn't see.
He replayed Harry Mudd from the original because Discovery takes place like I think 10 years
I
before.
didn't watch
original.
Discovery yet.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And people really don't like it because there's gay people on it.
Get the fuck over yourselves.
It's like, yo, it's the future. All the fucking assholes died. Yeah, of course there's gay people just making out.
Who was in the new movies? Wasn't Sulu gay? The Asian
Yeah, he was.
gay? Yeah.
He was actually gay in the movie.
Yeah.
Gay? Gay?
He said gay, so I had to
yeah.
throw the horn at him.
And then,
Not a bad horn. Oh, I
Give
think
him
I
the
have
horn.
the swear bleep on here. No, I don't.
hey, what if they made another Star Trek movie? What would it have in common with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
What?
No Russian.
Holy
damn, bro.
shit.
That was good.
Holy shit.
not okay, but it was still good.
No Russian.
man. Listen. If I ever squash myself with my own fucking car, you can make fun of me too.
Jesus
I'm
God.
just kidding.
dude,
That
this
was
is
actually
so
that's
fucking
actually kind of
funny.
sucks.
It was
Like
a
I actually felt bad
It
when
was a
that
tragedy.
happened. It was. It wasn't his fault. It was
he's
fucking
a-
Jeep's fault.
He's a fun actor too.
He was good.
Russian.
No Russian. No Russian.
No Russian.
Oh my God. Real quick, I don't know if you'd said it already. I don't think you have, but did you want to go into the point of view that you mentioned at Sal's? Your point of view on the you said as a father, child support. You said you wanted to talk about that, or was that just like you saying that at the time?
I mean, I can say
You said
my
you
little
wanted to.
opinion of it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You said you wanted to give it from the father's perspective, and I thought that was that would be on. Well, I mean, it doesn't even have to be on subject, but like I would like to hear that because that's something that doesn't come up very often. Uh-oh.
That was a very loud noise.
I
What was
mean,
that? Was that
it
phone?
makes sense that if women have full choice over their entire bodies and whether or not they have a child or not, it should be for equal rights. Excuse me, equal rights.
Shit.
For equal rights, it should be has to, like, you can't just be like 5 years down the line just be like, oh yeah, I don't want to pay child support anymore. Like, there has to be some viable reason as to why, and it also has to be like, if they have full control and the male has no say in whether they want the child or not, they should not have to be able to be forced to provide for that child against their will, you know. Not like, you know, certain situations are going to be different, varying from situation to situation, but, you know, there should be some kind of general consensus that if they waiver seeing the child or interacting with it at all, they should be able to opt out of being able to support that child then. Yeah, that's really just...
I generally agree with that. I saw a thing a few years ago where a dude, I think he was paying child support for like 15 years or something, and then they finally let him do a DNA test, and it proved it wasn't his.
Fuck.
And so he stopped paying it, and then they said, nope, and they sent his ass to jail.
Yeah, that's stupid, that you go to jail for something that you may or may not have even
It wasn't
agreed
him.
to. You don't get a say in the matter. And, you know, it's different. Like, if you're married and you both want the child, you can't just go back and all of a sudden say, once you divorce, you can't just say, oh, I don't want to pay child support because I just don't want to pay it. That's stupid. You know, you deserve to have to pay that. You know, that's a stupid... Just because you don't want to spend the money, that you can't do that.
We got a comment about the audio.
Is it too loud?
It says,
I know why.
okay.
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 But yeah, I mean, like, very, very general, and this is a very hotly debated topic as to, you know, how people have to handle this on a day-to-day basis, but there has to be some kind of caveat in order to be able to not have to pay child support. You really have to make sure that you're not interfering with that child's life and messing them up potentially in the future for doing so. But I really think there should be an option available to men, as much as women have almost everything handed to them on a silver platter when it comes to child rearing, unless you live in Alabama.
Or Ohio.
Or Georgia.
Or Mississippi.
Exactly. But I mean, like, if you're giving so many rights to women when it comes to child, because they're the ones that have to bring it to fruition, why do you subject the male that produced the seed for the child to have to pay for it, even if it wasn't to their knowledge of even happening? Like, if a woman pokes a hole in a condom, she can just say, oh, you know, the
Or
DNA
rapes a
shows that
man.
you're the father, and there's nothing that you can say or do to convince a judge that it wasn't consensual. There's no way that you can prove that.
I did see a thing before. I saw something on Facebook today where someone literally said that sperm is is like the only thing that contributes to there being a child, so therefore the man is responsible. Blah blah. I was like, that's not how that works. You kind of need to have. I can't just fucking jizz on a carpet and a baby comes out. Like, you have to have the female
Carpet.
I mean,
fucking eggs and
women
shit.
can even dig in the garbage to find an old used condom and then just put it up their special place.
If that's how it happens.
You chose to...
They have.
Hold on. I just want to point out that you chose to say dig through the garbage, grab the condom, and went... and then you chose to say special place
Well,
instead
what
of
else does a splunger sound like?
vagina. Splunger?
Or
Vagina,
what does a syringe sound like when it shoots out a liquid?
like with a needle on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
Sorry.
But yeah,
But,
there has to be a way out, way to, you know, avoid the paying when you're not for that idea at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... God damn.
They do have
Dude.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I wasn't, like, aggressive sighing. I was just, like,
Oh,
relenting to you.
I was just,
Have you guys heard of the rising popularity of the petition to be abstinent when it comes to sex because
Yeah.
of everything that's going on?
yeah, a bunch of celebrities started it. I don't know. I always like see people.
Easy for them to say when they already have their kids.
That's
Oh, it's true.
fucking dumb.
Well, no,
It's
they're just saying,
why
like,
would
women
you stop
should-
getting laid because other people...
No, they're saying women should hold out on sex. They're basically saying women don't have sex with men until they stop being fucking retarded.
They
And
shouldn't
it's like,
feel
well,
pressure to
whatever.
do so.
But I don't know, man.
It's something I'll never understand, so I can't have a very equal say compared to, you know, like you guys when it comes to that kind of stuff. But, you know, that's
I like sex,
everyone's different, yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
also not a
fun.
person who's gonna. If I knock someone up and they want to fucking get rid of the thing, do it. Go it.
If they keep the
It's
thing?
not my. Then I'm stuck with a fucking bill and hanging out with a kid for a while.
For a while. Like it's not a.
It's only 18 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And 17+% of your profits or anything like
Fuck out.
that.
Afterwards, get the
Hey, man,
fuck out.
it's the cost of getting laid.
Dude, roll those fucking dice. If God wants you to be together, you'll be together. Bust in there.
And that's
All right.
why I haven't, A,
So Caleb is somebody that doesn't
am
have
single,
a child.
and
What
B,
is your,
don't have a kid. Caleb has a child.
How do you feel?
What?
Just kidding.
This is something that. Oh, are you okay?
Got him.
I saw that. Oh, you could hear it.
I've done that before.
Hit his skull.
It sounded so much worse than it actually was.
That's why you have to have a camera on yourself.
God, no.
Bleeding.
What's my opinion on this?
What is
Sure.
your view on equal rights when it comes to women compared to men on their say in children?
My big whole thing with this is it's really hard to say there should be a way for a guy to get out of paying child support because then every deadbeat will be able to find a way to abuse it.
How does the
It's-
judge determine what's real and what's
You,
not?
you can say
that's
that
the
about a lot
problem.
of things, though.
That's the problem.
That relationship.
That is the big problem there. There would, I mean, if someone smarter than me or you or anyone here that's a lawyer could figure out a way to present a bill that presents good options for people to, huh?
Makes it fair.
Yeah, well, you know, they present a process to go through that makes sure that
The bare necessities
Well, like-
are kept for the child.
well, no, like, I don't know. See, like, the problem is, say the guy doesn't want the kid, well, then the woman just gets stuck with it, you know?
But then it's also her choice to have it.
Right, but it's still,
But-
it's still it's still 50-50 though. If she wants to keep it and he doesn't, like, there's no one there with, like, say, to lean it one way or another. So how is it fair to one person to have to foot the entire
It's not
thing?
fair to either. It's not fair to anybody.
Well, yeah. It's not fair.
That's the
it's not
thing
fair
that
at all.
sucks. That's why, but it's such a gray area. But everyone presents it. That's the problem with shit today. Is everybody thinks everything is either this way or that way.
Right.
It's like this is a fucking huge gray
And
area.
Every
But it-
situation is different.
It's
you know?
everything's different, and it's like the whole thing with like, oh, fucking men have so much more. We really don't have that many more rights than anybody else.
That's-
like as men,
I mean, that's
like in
dangerous.
certain areas. No, yeah, I can fucking I can't get an abortion because it doesn't apply to me. But also, if I get arrested for a crime, I will get 33% more of a prison sentence than a woman.
Oh, that way, sure.
If I
Like, sure,
if I
there's
do have a
different
kid
things,
and
but,
try
like,
to sue for custody, I'm gonna lose my fucking ass.
history has shown
like-
though that women, and even like this goes for minorities too. They've been just wholly suppressed by
Yeah,
the
that's
government
true.
and ruling factions.
But
The government is designed,
but here's the
literally
thing.
designed around suppressing
Here's
people
another-
that they don't want.
Here's
doing
another
things.
thing that a lot of people don't understand is yes, these most are white men, but it's not white men are the ruling class. It is rich people are the ruling class, and
Yes.
they happen to be white men. Like I'm a white dude. I'm not rich. I get fucking shafted every day. Like
Right.
literally.
Well, yeah, obviously, like, yeah, poor
Gay
people.
sex.
Poor,
But-
poor people in general.
Yeah, like
Damn it.
it's not necessarily a sex or gender issue or a race issue. A lot of things are.
Well, yeah, it's
Systemic
like-
racism
I
does
kinda-
exist.
well, like, yeah,
but
say-
classism is like the biggest fucking hurdle.
If wealth was, or if people were more evenly well off.
Let me tell you about communism.
Well, I was going to say, if people were more evenly well off and more services were provided for people just by like the government,
Mm-hmm.
having a child by yourself wouldn't be an issue.
Let me tell you about a man named Bernie Sanders.
Can I?
Well, I'm saying, no, you know what I mean? That's what I think the point is, right? Like,
No,
if,
exactly.
If there was more social support and stuff for women,
then we
like,
wouldn't
where
have
a
this
guy-
problem.
Yeah, like, because the big problem is, like, yeah, it's a financial thing, but like, say you didn't have to worry about having to feed and keep health care and have daycare and shit like that. If that was just provided to you, you could easily raise that child. Yeah, no, I mean, still, like, yes, like severely subsidized. Like, come on.
Hey,
But
you
Caleb,
think
what about the wars?
Sophie ever would come on here and try to? I would love to have Sophie come on
Not
here.
allowed.
and
Communists are not allowed in my studio.
no,
Who? Wait, who's the communist?
hang on. Can I just run this by?
Don't use the last name.
I want her, the person I just mentioned, come on and try to convert all of us to communism. Try as hard. 30 minutes. She gets 30 minutes.
Here's the thing. On paper,
We're not gonna laugh in her face.
On
We're just gonna-
paper.
I just want to see
I
if
don't
she
want her
can-
to know where we are because I don't want her to come burn us down. Because
on
she's
paper,
pissed.
communism is a good. We told everybody where we are already. On paper,
Not
communism is a good
hard.
idea, but in practice, it is like the most
No,
easily
on
corruptible
paper.
thing.
On paper, socialism.
What's
is
that?
bad.
No,
communism is bad.
like it's really not though.
We got a big comment here. I can't read it.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
hold on.
Caleb can.
Oh Jesus!
If it sparks something, that's good. That's what I
probably-
want to do. I want to spark.
it's probably something else.
Nick-
Somebody
Oh,
yelling at me.
Nick Norton.
I shouldn't say that very loud.
All right, here we go. There also needs to
The
be a
human
better way to
springs-
determine which parent gets custody of the kid. Like the woman can be a meth head, no job, etc., and still get the kid, while the dad is a stand-up citizen with a decent job.
Exactly what I said. But in general, I'm saying,
Heavy feminist state,
which is ironic based on the governor we had last.
right?
But that's what I'm saying is like it's a fucking everything's a gray area. Like nobody.
The standards of a judge that can fairly assessate any given situation and determine what the underlying
All
best
this-
situation is. For
All the issues come back to all these old fucking white-haired bitches, and I mean that is like
Old money.
as in like pieces of shit. Have all this thing where it's like only
Can't
thing
say
that
bitches.
matters is this fucking religious morality.
the people who
Get that shit fucking out of here.
no say.
Well, all their decisions,
Well, no,
all
it's-
these people that
it's-
are, all these old fucks that are judges are just basing their morality off of this fucking Bible.
That's
or
not-
like whatever religion they're based
That's
off of.
technically not even what it is, because they're like that. It's like pseudo-religious morality because
right.
they're not actually. They don't actually fucking believe that
Right.
shit.
Well, they're
just
just-
trying to get everybody fall in line so that they support them with
Well,
whatever
yeah,
they want.
all they want to do is force people to believe what they believe that they've believed for years.
And then you get less penalty because you crowd.
But it's I don't know, man. It's fucking ridiculous. All I'm saying is,
Government sucks.
fucking. Now I'm
We need
gonna
AI overlords.
I'm gonna be selling fucking coat hangers on Craigslist pretty soon for a fucking fortune.
Dude, how awesome would that be? It's like a whole like Fahrenheit 451 or something, and instead of books, they get rid of coat hangers, and then you make like a hoard pile, and like you're like the black market
I've been stockpiling for years.
coat hanger salesman.
All these fucking preppers are stocking up on beans and peas and shit. I got coat hangers, bunkers full of coat hangers.
Who gives a fuck about eating when you need to get rid of that shit in
Fuck
you?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, I got all these beans, but I got this fucking baby in my
Yeah, I got a
stomach." And I'll
fucking
be like,
I got a fucking bean in my belly. Not anymore, bitch. Get over here.
Yeah, I'll trade you 20 beans for this
For that
fucking
one bean.
this coat hanger.
What determines a human? Brain functionality.
Brain functionality. It's scientific. If you have a heart attack, they're not just gonna fucking leave you on the slab. That's why I made that Facebook status the other day that all fucking pro-lifers should have to wear do not resuscitate bracelets. Because if they believe it's all just a heartbeat, then they're fucking wrong.
Another debate that's going around with
His mic's not
Reddit
on.
right
Is
now?
that right?
There you go.
another debate that's going on with Reddit right now is what determines a human. Is it brain functionality or just having arms and legs? Because a big argument for why this abortion bill needs to be a thing is because they say humans are a thing at 6 weeks, which
That's
is
not.
2 weeks past a missed period. And there's no brain functionality, and they only have arms and legs. At that
Barely
point.
even. It's like nubs. But the thing is, like, it's. I saw a story years ago of a fucking lady who had a kid that was born without a brain.
Holy shit.
It was literally just a fucking shit machine. You'd put food in, shit would come out.
There was a
There was
YouTube channel
nothing.
of a woman that had 2 children like that.
Yeah,
And she
it's
brought
like,
them to like 10 years old or whatever. And
and then they just
kept
fucking
them alive.
die. And it's not even one of those things like, oh, imagine the life they have, because they don't have a fucking. It's not a person.
They don't even know
because
they're
there's
alive.
no brain. There's nothing to think. There's nothing. It's just literally automated. I don't know. I mean, I think there was like part of the brain
A
that
very degenerative.
yeah,
disease,
like
yeah.
it had the part that controlled like basic
The motor
automated
functions.
shit.
Yeah.
It was basically a computer. It was a fucking robot that made shit. The worst kind of robot. Nobody wants that fucking Roomba. Nobody wants a
that's-
Roomba that goes around shitting instead of cleaning up.
I feel like that's gambler's remorse almost at that point. Like you spent 9 months of your life gestating this thing to completion, and then you feel obligated to finish it out until it dies on its own. And it's just like
But that's the thing. That's
it's
why
nobody else's responsibility to take care of it. And if you complain that it's too much work or that you
You're
feel
a
like
monster.
or
No,
that you
but
feel
it's
like you're
fucking
obligated to
psychotic.
get praise for it.
Yeah.
Like nobody else is holding you to that standard. You're the one that's asking for the praise. For
Yeah,
doing
No,
but
something.
you,
but I'm
feel,
sorry.
you feel like a monster
If
if
you-
you do anything bad about it.
if you have a fucking child without a brain and you sit there and pretend that it's real, you have a fucking mental health problem.
I think it's just a
Isn't that the same problem with people that think their pets are children and call themselves
No,
moms
that's
because
just those
of
people
it?
are just weird.
Or is that an entirely different topic?
It's a different type.
You're gonna
of
get a
thing.
lot of angry comments.
No, I don't like
in a
that
little
either.
bit.
I don't like I'm a fucking
I've heard
corgi mom.
I've
Oh,
heard
the
a
wor-
lot of stories about that.
I remember when that started, and I
Like,
was like, that's
it's
fine.
I don't think it's like a mental
like,
health thing. I think it's just annoying.
It's very annoying. I'm gonna put my foot down about it right fucking now.
Do it, Mitch.
The worst is when
Host with the most.
It used to spread. First it started off with, I'm a fur mom. This is my fur
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Fine. But when my friends who are married with no children who have a dog say, they don't even say it's our fur baby. Their mother says, well, that's my fur grandkid. I'm a fur grandma. It's like you're venturing into just stupidity, like not stupidity, but like you're going
This is
into
weird.
a realm of not just dumb shit. Like you're reaching now because it's sad. You don't have a grandchild, and all people want grandchildren so they can feel like they didn't screw up the first time. And everybody admits that. They're like, I want a second chance, and I want to hold that little bundle again because that's
Not
when I
throw 'em
felt
down the
most
stairs.
complete. Well, that's when I've had many women admit to me, older women that I work with, that are like, I felt most complete when I had my child. And the second he started talking back to me, I felt like shit because every little decision I made leading up to that point was just thought of as incorrect. This little kid doesn't know that he's insulting his mom every time, or when the daughter slaps you across the face, calls you a bitch and says, I hate you. Oh, I carried you 9 months. I give you every penny. I'm broke, and sometimes I don't eat because of you. Like, I go hungry so you don't. And now they want to try again with the grandkids. And now they don't have any, and now they're calling them the grandpuppies. I can see right through that bullshit, and it's fucking weird. It bothers me. It bothers me. And you can keep calling your fur babies. You can call them your fur kids. And I'm really sorry, and I'm not targeting anybody specific, but I see people where they're called. You ever see them where they bring them to see Santa?
Oh, God.
And the Santa's like, ugh.
The Tinder profiles, man.
Yes, thank you.
I'm a mom of 3. It's like, oh, you're a mom
I'm a fur mom of 3.
Three
fur
babies
babies.
made of fur. And it's like, but like they word it that it sounds like it's going to be about, it's like kids. Like,
Yep.
I'm a mom of 3. They're in the pictures. And then you look at the pictures and it's like fucking three
Three
ugly ass
little
French
dogs,
bulldogs.
yeah.
Here's the thing about fucking dogs. Stop buying those little fucking rat shits. Like French bulldogs, Chihuahuas, wiener dogs, anything anything you can step on by accident should be fucking put down.
Jesus.
I'm not even kidding. Stop breeding those fucking things. You're like, it's so, if you think about it, just think about it, how fucked up it is that we took like a species of wolves and bred them down to be like these little fucking things that can't do anything on their own.
The fucking mouth just caves into this little.
Yeah, like it's caved in. Their faces are so smushed. If you put like a goddamn treat 2 inches under the refrigerator, it'd be like, I'm fucking dead. Like, it has no way to survive on its own. They can't run without getting fucking tired because their legs are
They
these
trot.
little fucking goddamn chicken strips. They're just,
I'll
stop.
admit,
Their
I
eyes are
love-
fucking sticking out of their faces.
I'll admit, I love wiener dogs though, and if I ever get one, I'm naming him Duke, and he's gonna run by my feet.
Why would you not name him like Dick or
I thought you were going to say you love wiener.
We already knew that.
Playing, quote, devil's advocate, unquote, when it comes to this kind of thing, how do you think the American dream of having a family, quote, family,
Sure.
quote, has differed within the past couple decades when it comes to having a family defined as having children and providing grandchildren for the grandparents and everything like that?
It's just, I think with the dawn of the internet and the free exchange of ideas rapidly across the states, or not just the states, but the world, I feel like priorities have changed now. Not for the worse, I'd even say. Let me just redact on this and say the whole fur baby thing that I've been stewing on.
It's a very small
That's-
fraction of people that it just seeming within the internet is growing, but
No, I just wanted to go back on that and say I have nothing against dogs, even though I don't have one myself. And I
love
don't think you should stop calling them fur babies. I think it gets annoying to me once in a while, and I can get over that. I just wanted to say that because I knew I just went really crazy on that. But that's just because it hit close to home with my friends because they're angry for the same reason.
just stop comparing yourselves to having real children with the same problems
Well,
that most people have
that's-
with human children.
No, that's not. That's really. That's
If that
that's
dog
not
came
really
out
what I
your
was going
pussy-
for, but let me
Elaborate, please.
Let me just say that were pressured for a very long time by both sets of parents to have children, and they actually decided not to based on that effect. The girl got an implant in her arm, and I know that's not 100%, but basically put the nail in the coffin and said, well, now we're not having kids because you pushed us so hard. I think I'm frozen on there, or is it okay? Okay.
I mean, the audio is what matters, but
Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to go back on that, and I'm not annoyed by the whole fur baby thing, but how you said it on your thing, BJ, where you said that is on the Tinder profiles, and it's just annoying. It's a minor annoyance.
Yeah, it's not like
that's it.
It's not the downfall of society.
No.
But it's pretty fucking cool.
But when you're asking me how I feel about the whole change of the American dream, where it is now instead of the picket fence with the
Abbeys?
2 children and
Oh, gross.
the Cape Cod house in the suburbs. Now that's a reflection on, I think, the economy, the direction of like how the government has now. The government is now.
That is a mental health problem.
The
What's on the screen right now? It's a fucking dog in a stroller. Get a real dog.
I
and a
don't think
fucking-
there's nothing wrong with that. That's just
No, there is.
That's just both parties being lazy. I'm not trying to debate you on this. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'll
like,
fucking debate you on
no,
this.
I would do that. That's me
wrong.
being lazy.
That is wrong. That is like morally wrong. Because you know why that dog's in a fucking stroller? Because its legs are so short. Because we breed these fucking ugly ass rats with hair on them, and that's what you get. It can't walk more than 10 feet before it's fucking falling over. So they have to put it in a little stroller so they can go to the park with their fucking their fucking grandkids that don't love them as much as the stupid puppy does, because they rub fucking peanut butter on their balls and it comes off and licks it because it doesn't know any better. God damn it.
And it like reflects on the economy of how like the government has realized that it's I think it of the 300 some years we've been around, are we even 300 years old? That's fucking gross that I don't know that.
We
250.
will in 2076.
That's pathetic that I don't know
Like
that. So
that's
don't
what.
listen to
That's
me.
why that. Okay, that's the. Remember the day that Fallout happens on?
Yeah.
2076 or whatever. It's because the 300th anniversary. of the United
tricentennial.
States.
Speaking of fall,
It's I'm almost done. I've been really quiet this whole time, so I'm gonna get this out.
you've been loud.
No, I've been like
No,
when you
no,
guys
yeah,
were
he
going
means
off
like
on a,
He means like just talking.
I know
Yeah.
what he means. It was called a pun.
what's that mean? What
He
is that?
means
like no more segments.
he's got a pun.
Point.
What's that?
Like say your point. No more like no more deviating from what you're trying to say.
He's your mom now.
No more tangents.
Yeah. Make sure to get your point clear and concise.
If I could mute you, I would. I'm just kidding.
I was saying it, and then BJ fucking brought up well. Anyways,
Well, he put that stupid thing on the screen.
it can stay there. It's fine. It's our mascot. You asked me how the American dream has changed from this to what now it is now, and people kind of changing it. And then, I mean, didn't it change in the 70s also? The American dream in the 50s was the picket fence with the Cape Cod house in the suburbs with 2 kids and the mom and the dad. The mom was at home. The dad worked at the office and did yard work on the weekends. And for a while that worked. And as the world changed, I mean, the 70s, everyone wanted to go naked in a van. And that was it. Dude, my dad had a Volkswagen Rabbit. Like, it all happened. And then the 80s, everyone wanted to move to Miami and do coke. 90s, everyone wanted to move to Seattle and play guitar. 2000s, everybody moved back home and went on to MySpace. And 2010s, everybody's
Wants to do
living
Xanax and
really
die.
wants to do Xanax and die. So, like, the American dream basically is to just not, right now, sadly, and I don't want to rustle any feathers, the American dream, I think, right now is not kill yourself.
Pretty much, dude. Oops.
And I think that's not just a reflection on, it's a reflection on a lot of things. But I think most of all, to get out of a rut, if you're feeling like shit, get off your fucking ass and do something about it rather than complain on a blog and blowing your brains out.
Start a recording studio with your friends. Just kidding. I still hate my life. Anyway.
God damn.
You shouldn't feel pressured by other people to dictate how your life is going to go. Make your own decisions on what you want to do with your own life.
Have something you want to do with your life. Yeah. Don't sit in the fucking, don't sit in the
And then
fucking.
don't blame your indecisions on other people's
Yeah. Thank you.
pressures.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, man. God damn it!
Fucking hate that picture so much.
There's gotta be. Well, like, you know who started that trend?
Like fucking Nicole Richie and all that.
I was gonna say Nicole Richie, but Paris Hilton. She carried the dog around, and his little noggin would stick out of the purse.
If I could go back in time and kill either Hitler or go back in time and kill Paris Hilton.
What makes you think you could even kill Hitler? Like, how would you even get to
Oh,
him?
I'd
No,
fucking look
no.
at me. I'm a white,
We know
blonde
you're
hair,
always
blue eyes. I'm Hitler's fucking dream.
So you'd blow him first, and
I'm
then
everything what he. No,
bite
I'd be
his
like,
penis?
I'd be like, I need to talk to the Führer, and then they'd be like, who are you? And I'd be like, the model.
Simos.
The model.
Elevated to a seated position in the college and just accept him to art college, and then everyone would be avoided.
And then how would you let's say you blow him away, and then how would you live through
Oh, I'd
that
blow him away,
long enough to? I don't think it obeys Rick and Morty
Because they have a
rules.
time
You can
machine.
just go.
You'd be like Tom Cruise and Valkyrie.
Kill him as a child.
That fucking
I'd-
movie's awesome.
You know what? If I could go back and I see. Here's the thing. If I had a time machine, that would also like show me what the future would become based on my decision, just so I can make sure like I didn't go back in time and fuck everything up. I could go back in time, kill Hitler, and everything would be we'd be like in floating cars right now, living on Venus and shit.
Blade Runner.
I would take one for the team.
How do we know that one genocide of a group of people changes anything else?
What
compared to
about-
any other genocide? of
Why
people?
wouldn't you kill Stalin? He killed like 300 million.
Stalin was on our side, man. America.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Wrong.
Why was Hitler the worst one?
He's not. Stalin was. Pol Pot killed like 100 million.
Stalin
too.
killed 20 million of his own people in the purges to stay in power.
Yeah.
Yes, I know this.
Yeah.
That would have
He was
happened either way
terrible.
that would have happened either way if Hitler.
But
would've
I'm
been
just
killed
saying,
or not.
at the time, if I had to go back and choose an enemy of America or the enemy of my enemy
Wouldn't you want
of
Hitler
America,
to stay alive so America has its revolution and becomes one of the greatest powers in the world?
I know who Caleb would kill.
I think.
Hitler was just one of the.
We would not have advanced our technology as fast as we did if we
Actually, you
didn't
know
have
what?
Hitler.
I'd leave Hitler alone. I would go back in time and I would. Judging on the fact that we have time machine, we probably at this time have some sort of like immortality serum. I would
Jesus
give it to
God.
FDR,
Ooh.
who would live forever and fix the world.
So what were you saying? Who would I kill,
The
Mitchell?
president of EA.
Why?
Oh, that
I
robot
don't
dude. That
fucking
dude looks like
know.
an android.
Why would I kill him?
I don't know.
That guy's like, you know those.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
You know that website where it's like, it's not deep fakes, but the one that just makes people like you.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes a face that
fake.
doesn't exist. He looks like one of those.
That's funny.
Like he looks like somebody who doesn't exist.
I mean, so does Zuckerberg.
No, Zuckerberg just looks like a scared boy.
Looks like he's a scary boy.
I honestly
I'm a scared
love
boy.
like all this shit that like I don't know why it stopped, but like that big conspiracy that there were lizard people running the world.
Oh, there
and
are.
they would take like the perfect picture of somebody smiling like this, and like they'd stretch the thing out like that, and it'd just be like
I'm
lizard.
sure that thing's still there. It's just like the flat Earth people.
oh, they're
other
still
things
there.
are just more popular.
They're just hibernating with the lizard people.
Oh
But,
yeah, they're
like,
cold blooded.
I love when they take the videos of like newscasts and somebody blinks and then there's like compression artifacts on the eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like, the fucking lizard eyes came out for a second, man. I was like, no, that's fucking called like
It's digital,
shitty.
literally digital artifacts.
Yeah, it's like a shitty bit rate from the van in the parking lot to the fucking studio.
Do you guys have anything to say about Bill Nye calling out the entire world about global warming?
Yeah, Bill Nye can suck my
he's a
dick because he's
puke,
so
dude.
awesome.
I think he's a
Bill
puke.
Nye?
No, I never
What
have.
child were you?
Bill.
I didn't even
Nye
like him. I didn't even
Science
like him when I was growing up. I watched the show and I didn't like him. I thought he was just kind of a douche.
I have a question for you. Were you born wrong or did it develop
No,
over time?
and no, don't give me that look because you only like him because he's hip again.
No, I've always liked Bill.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm looking right at you.
I can't see
You
your
don't
fucking eyes.
You don't like Bill Nye. You only like him because he's hip
Put
now.
those back on, you whore.
I liked him when he made
When he
difficult explanations
did
for
it,
things
yeah,
very simple.
exactly. He's
I like
got
him-
he's
He
got in the
made
way of my
very,
Captain
very complicated
Planet.
subjects.
Why don't
very
you like
simple
him?
For children to
Why don't you like
understand
him?
I don't like his
how important they were.
personality. He's just a douchebag. I didn't say he was wrong about anything. I just don't like him as a
So,
person. I don't
I
like
think-
Robert Downey
Okay,
Jr.
that's fair
either.
enough. That's fair enough.
He doesn't like him in the way that I don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well,
Thank
you're
you.
fucking
I
wrong.
just think he's a douchebag.
Bill Nye is the same
less
as Neil
pretentious.
deGrasse Tyson for making very prevalent issues very relatable to people that don't understand the
I never
depth
said-
Here's the
of
thing.
Yeah,
the
I never
sciences
said
behind
that though.
I get the Bill thing because as much as I like Bill Nye, I get that he can be like very condescending about it.
Yeah,
but I
fuck
don't
off.
get the Neil deGrasse Tyson thing because all that dude does is fucking love science and try to explain it.
Most condescending fuck I've ever heard.
No.
See,
Yes.
he is taking it as condescending, whereas I think it's love. Whereas, like, do you think Bill Nye is a prick, Caleb?
I haven't watched any of his new stuff because
right.
he annoys me.
Well, there you go. Like, it's just how you
Because
perceive
yes, he
it.
also comes off as
I
condescending
don't know if
now
I
as
can
well.
be
Yeah.
part of this.
I loved his old show when I was a kid because as a
I
child,
think I have to quit.
I loved his stuff for like when I was a kid. His show was great. He wasn't a condescending fuck. He is now.
I felt he was back then.
Just
But
like
I think
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I think the issues he talks about are why he's condescending because he's talking he's talking down to a bunch of idiots who don't believe in science.
Are you sure that you can't just say that he's being an asshole now when he's been preaching the same things for decades and people haven't listened to the point where now he has to be very blatant about the things so that
No.
people will actually listen?
I'm not talking about anything he's talking about. I just don't like him as a person.
Ah.
I said that like 6 times.
I hate his wife.
And that's the same way I am
I
with
hate his
deGrasse.
wife.
I have no problem with deGrasse Tyson's rhetoric. I just don't like him. The way he is, the way he carries himself.
That's perfectly
He contradicts
fine, 'cause I
himself
see
all
it.
the time on Twitter. It's hilarious.
I can see that because I take it as gentle explanation, whereas
I
you could
dislike
take
you.
it as condescending, and
Right.
that's totally fine. I like Neil deGrasse Tyson though, I do, but I could see why. Whereas
Right.
Bill
And
Nye,
I don't really have an opinion on Bill Nye. I just don't think he would be that cool anymore. Like, for me, when his stuff started coming out again, it just kind of reeked of desperation to be famous again.
yeah,
In 2015, I was dating someone, and I was going into surgery, and I said, if I die, I don't give a shit about anything. But I know he won't show up, but invite Neil deGrasse Tyson to my funeral.
Nice.
That's all I care about. If he comes, I will have died for a reason. Luckily, unfortunately, rather, I live.
wow. What kind of surgery did you have?
I had my tonsils out.
When you were 15?
No, I said in 2015.
Oh,
No, I had my tonsils out.
still.
I also had.
really late.
I also had.
was
Yeah, I was
amazing.
25 or 26. But here's the thing. Everybody laughs at it, but the doctor did say like in your mid 20s is the worst time to get it done. Like I think they said it's like the highest chance of dying, and it's like the most painful recovery for
God
some
damn
reason.
it. The fucking dog picture.
I also had my nose. They also did surgery on my nose, so I had my nose and my throat done at the same time. So recovery was literally just me like swallowing my own blood for
You don't
like
have
2
any
weeks.
scars on your nose.
That's
you
because
don't
it was
look
all on
like
the
it.
inside.
Oh, okay, sorry. No, I was gonna say you don't have any like Tyrian scars.
Want to know how I
across your
got these
face.
scars?
My father was
my
a
tonsils
drunk and a
out.
fiend.
One last
My
tangent while
father.
we're kind of on this similar topic. How do you
father
feel
had his
about
tonsils.
these higher educational level, quote, beings in the scientific field buying into the fact that we're in a Matrix style simulation? Like
Who
Elon
thinks
Musk
that?
and Neil deGrasse Tyson both believe that we're kind of in a Matrix style
think-
reality.
I think they both
I'd like
are
to see a
trolling
quote
us.
on that. I'd like to see a source.
I think Musk has stated a few times that he thinks we are, but I think he's trolling us.
Have you not ever seen anything in reality that has kind of made you question, like, well, holy shit, like, what
Not
did
really.
I just see?
Not really.
No?
No.
Oh, you've
I
never seen
think-
any kind of, like, deja vu? How do you
What do you-
define
how do you-
deja vu
how
to
do you
you?
believe-
Deja
how-
vu is easily explainable.
How do you believe that the universe formed? You.
Me?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it as much, but I believe that it kind of, there's scientific evidence to prove that everything started with an ever-expanding kind of
You better hurry up.
matter of explosion where
was the
everything
hand signal?
was separated into the universe, scattered throughout the entirety of everything.
Like a bang.
Like a bang.
okay.
Exactly.
So if
like,
if
I
that's
believe
true,
that matters, but there's no definite start to it.
Okay, so if you think that's how the Earth, let's say that's how you think that's how the Earth got here, where it's
All
at.
that matters to me, it doesn't matter how it started. It matters where it ends while I'm alive.
No, it has to matter to you while I ask this question
Okay.
because I'm going somewhere with it.
Go for it.
Okay, so do you think it started with the Big Bang? Like a chance explosion?
No, he believes in the big boom.
I don't believe it was a chance. I believe that
Because if we are in a simulation, that would have had to been caused on purpose. But if you believe that the Big Bang caused where we are now, that's a chance thing, and therefore the simulation, that's not a simulation. If you do believe in the Big Bang, then we're here, and everything that's happening so far is chance, which means that
You can still believe in the Big Bang. It can still be a simulation. Just because we're not aware of it having purpose doesn't mean it couldn't have been a random event to us.
Everything in the stipulation could have been forged to make us, through our tests, show that everything is contrived from this one source, such as the Big Bang. Like everything that the people in a simulation could put into our so-and-so tested universe could ultimately point to this one fact that they could have easily made up. But that's not to say that I believe that we're in a matrix. I don't believe we're in a matrix. But it's interesting to see that all of these, quote, higher intellectual beings believe in this some sort of,
I need to see a
existence, that
source on
we're in a
them saying
matrix.
that.
To me, it's stupid, but it's interesting that so many people of the same level of intellect believe in this thing, supposedly. It's just really weird to me.
what's our running time right now?
Hold on. I just want to touch on that real quick.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
I haven't
fine.
been on the mic. I don't think it's people that believe in it. I've seen people where they say there's a high probability. Where
I've seen people
could be
say it's a
Yeah, that could be
possibility.
over. It's like a percentage chance.
Because
I don't think they straight believe in it.
Some people say it's a possibility because
Right.
there's like, I'm not fucking a genius, so I don't know, but like, there's certain mathematical equations that make sense
Right.
like in certain areas that
Yep.
like just weirdly line up, and it's like, okay, but I've never
Right,
really
right.
Here's the thing though. Here's the real truth about the universe. We are just in a marble inside of an alien locker room,
Yes.
like in Men in Black.
Yes.
So fuck y'all.
Thanks. I never seen
Well, I was
it,
gonna
so
say I fully believe in the like
thanks for spoiling that.
multiverse, multidimensional type thing. I just think we're like literally just that circle in a pocket somewhere in the upper dimensional beings test thing. Really, like we're probably like some fifth
Who
or
knows,
seventh
man?
dimensional beings, like science experiment. Like as silly and fun as Rick and Morty is, he talks about how he creates his like fucking car battery with a void,
Yeah.
and he accelerates like time through a universe in there. That's could easily be what we're
And
experiencing.
then he enslaves an entire population of people to run his car.
Time, as much as people like to try to project that they believe in this really abstract thing that the Matrix is real and that we're in a simulation, at least he's actually doing something grateful for humanity as to launching like 1,100 satellites to provide Wi-Fi for the entire world. Like, he can believe in anything that he wants as long as he's doing actively something to contribute towards humanity in a
He's also a
positive
big
way.
troll too.
Damn dog keeps coming up.
Fuck that dog. Find where that dog lives. I'm gonna kill that dog.
I'm just showing it to you guys. I'm not putting it on the screen.
It's reminding us that it exists.
Yep. Just keep it
I
silly.
I think that we are actually a genetic experiment, that humans were developed somewhere and that we came to Earth
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm a big
as
proponent of
like a
alien delivery system.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
that our creators are somewhere that are beyond our reach, or every time we get close we don't find them, and that we came here as like I said, an experiment that to like see how far we could go.
Right.
Like, you know how you make an ant farm? Like, you ever made an ant farm as a kid?
Right.
It's the same thing. You drop some ants in the thing, they make tunnels and shit, and you look at it like, that's cool. And then you dump it out. And eventually, I think their concept of time isn't ours, obviously. Like, our 10,000 years could be like, oh, okay, that's 5 minutes, dump it out, let's try again.
Do you believe in
Here-
any evidence of aliens as being like genuine as composed to or as compared to like any unplausible kind of things like cave drawings of aliens or anything like that? Do you believe anything shows an accurate depiction of people that may have encountered them? Yeah.
The saucer seems to be prevalent, and then there's multiple discs that are on multiple different cultures' ruins, so I think that might be something. However, I don't believe that I don't believe we're closer now than we were 10,000 years ago.
Well, do you think we were visited back then?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
No, I think it was just visions.
There's no reason-
hallucinations.
I would say I think it's just like
Drugs.
people, drugs back then, big time.
Probably they're eating the wrong
Shrooms
berries.
and
But
shit.
here's the thing: we have no reason to have been visited by aliens, and if they did visit us, they would have to have extreme technology and would not give a shit enough to even come down
Yep.
and say hi.
Let me just add this.
What if they came to take slaves for themselves, like to take slaves?
house.
Yeah, but we're not. If they're so advanced that they could get to us, they don't need slaves.
They don't need us. Yeah.
They don't need. They don't need us. Our primitive ass.
Some people think that some
Maybe think about it this way: if we were visited in that primeval primitive state, what if you've been watching Star Trek a lot? What if the people that visit us literally are our race from a different fucking galaxy or a different part of the Milky
Yeah.
Way that are checking up on us, after
Interstellar.
seeing us here?
I kind of. What's that test called? I was just watching the new season of Twilight Zone, and there's that space episode, and they talk about the test about if a civilization can get to a different planet before destroying itself. And that kind of made me think a lot about, like, I think if somebody got advanced to the point where they were able to leave their solar system, they would not have, like, war. Like, there's no way they could sustain being a warlike race.
What's the war point? What's the point of war then? What's that mean? That doesn't mean anything. We're not talking about war.
No, but if as far as enslaving, like, they have
I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm just saying, like, what if they brought us here, started us out? And
Yeah, but why would they do that?
And it's an advanced civilization. Their morals could be different. They just want to see what happens if they, start
I think-
something primitive.
Here's the thing.
They just want to watch.
I've always had a hard time explaining what I'm thinking as far as this goes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like, people think when they think about where we come from, they center the universe too much on ourselves. Like, we are. It's not
special to aliens that they'd want to test us.
exactly, and not even just that. It's just like everybody's looking for like a reason of how we got here, not just thinking it just fucking happened.
Right.
Hence
Like,
religion.
it's
There
not.
has to be a
Oh, yeah,
reason.
and I have no problem with the idea that we just evolved.
Let's let
Yeah.
BJ finish.
Yeah.
Were you done? Sorry.
No, I'm just talking. I'm just saying it's like yeah, I think we just kind of, it just happened. I obviously the theory of we started off on Mars first as a microcellular, or not even singular cell life, and then some sort of impact launched
So
us to Earth.
you think Mars
Mars was probably,
you think there was life there first?
yeah,
Why?
absolutely,
Why
because
then?
there's the way.
Well, I'm just curious why you think Mars first, because Earth's in such a better habitable zone.
Now it is, but I mean, again, we don't know. That's another thing. People like the Goldilocks zone and stuff, and it's weird that like scientists are always talking about it because it's like that's just as far as we go. We don't know what else is out there. Could be life that survives on fucking space shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything is so, all of our science and explanations for everything so center around us that it kind of dismisses any other possibility for anything else. Like, there could be, who knows, there could be aliens in the fucking sun. Or not aliens, but life. There could be something that feeds off of the sun. We don't fucking know. Like,
Kind of know by our rules, though, that like,
But those are our
something
rules.
that a lot of the rules that are our rules are universal, like physics rules.
that we have discovered. But I'm saying, like, the fact that life needs oxygen isn't a universal constant that we know of. Like, that's just what we know.
All life that we know of.
All life that we know of. But that's what I'm saying is, so everybody's like, oh, life can only exist in these 3 planets in the solar system because they're the only ones that have these temperatures and have this and this and this. But it's like, well, who knows if there could be fucking cellular life on Pluto living off of
Obviously-
some other thing.
Well, sure, there could be some different form of life that we don't know.
That's
of
what I'm
yet,
saying.
But we don't know of it, so we can't do anything about.
But people
trying
like-
to find it that way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like
Obviously,
people
we're
dismiss.
only searching for the type of life that we know about. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying as far as
Sorry.
you could turn that down.
That was my fault.
I don't know. I'm just saying, man. People. No, I'm not saying you guys in general, but just in general, like, the universe doesn't give a fuck about us.
No.
Yeah.
The laws,
right.
like, what we know isn't shit.
Well, like if you look, we're way out on one of the arms of the Milky Way.
Oh yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
We're in the backwater.
I mean, aliens exist. It's not even a fucking question.
Hopefully.
No, they do. They have to.
They have. Well, yes,
They're just. They could be fucking 30 galaxies away, and we'll never see them.
Well, yeah. The problem is they probably have existed or will exist, not in our time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It could have been 20 billion years. I mean, we could be the last ones left. We could be the first ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like we could be the last of an ancient civilization.
Yeah, who knows?
I think
We're all Superman.
I believe. Oh, wow. I believe there are other things out there. I don't think we'll ever get to know them though. Ever.
That makes me
Ever,
sad,
ever.
honestly.
Yeah, me too.
It does, and the thing is, I wish, because what is it? What's the nearest star? Alpha Centauri, right?
Andromeda.
No, that's
That's the nearest
a galaxy. Alpha Centauri. If we
And the
sent
worst
at
game.
the current like rockets we have now, if we tried to send something there, it would only take 67 years to get there.
Oh wow.
Like we could fucking do it, but just nobody's gonna do it.
Well, like, yeah. Is there even planets there worth going to?
Yeah, there's like I think there's like 2 places in the Goldilocks zone.
Nah.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about humans. Just send something there. But
If anyone does it, Musk's is going to do it.
yeah, but it's like it would be cool to send a human there. Like, but
I just hope we see colonization of Mars in my lifetime.
Do we need to prioritize looking at other people when we still have our own planet that's going in?
no, we need to get away.
We need,
That's the thing. Here's the thing.
We need to find a different. We need to find definitive proof that other things are out there, so the world can all
Let me
agree
t-
that religion is bogus.
Let me tell you about Neil deGrasse Tyson and a thing he talked about. I think it was him. He was talking about how the reason man has come so far is because there were people who like looked at the ocean and said, "What's on the other side of that?" Like if that never happened, we never would have gone to Britain or gone to America. Like,
Right.
so if we just fucking stay here, we're just gonna die.
Did you see that in one of his interviews, DeGrasse said that, he said, agree with me or not, racism aside and genocide aside, all the horrible atrocities aside of the world, the most significant event in human history,
Columbus
landing in America.
He said that on Joe Rogan's podcast.
He did, and I fully agree with him
It's
because
true.
this is the new world, and without this, it led to the now what we are.
Yeah, well, not to mention, he said it, and I never thought about it that way. That if it wasn't for, even though it technically wasn't really Christopher Columbus, but he
Right.
did the main voyage that got everybody over here.
Right.
Like we would have had 2 races of humans probably, like because they were separate. If they never met,
that
like
way,
North
yeah.
America and
That's true.
like Europe,
Completely
and stuff,
different civilizations.
we could have eventually branched off so far that we would have been unrecognizable from each other, which is.
Curiosity?
No, there's no. Well, I mean, it's like don't fuck kids if you're curious about it or something. But no, I don't think there is.
Jesus.
But he also said that Native Americans gave us syphilis, so that's where syphilis came from.
Wait, it didn't go the other way around?
Nope.
We didn't introduce
They
We
gave it to
introduced
us.
them to plenty of other shit.
Yeah, we gave them a bunch of shit, and they gave us a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But then we fucking raped and murdered and stole all their gold, so we're
And
even.
land.
And like,
we gave them
sorry.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
I had nothing to do with this. My grandfather came over from the boat. Or,
I have nothing to do with
it's
this.
not my problem.
Jesus Christ.
If you're born in America and raised American, you're not Italian because your great-great-grandfather was.
You know what?
You have Italian blood in you.
What's our runtime? Just curious.
We're at like 145.
Okay.
141,
Yeah,
good
141.
sir.
It was a guess.
You know, I'll be honest. I actually don't know my nationality.
I know, like, I don't know, like, percentages, but I'm like, I'm a goddamn mudblood.
Oh, I do know all my
Mutt.
specifically.
Oh, fuck you,
Jesus.
fancy
I was considering doing
It's just easy,
23andMe.
bro.
I was
I'm-
considering doing 23.
I'm 3/4 German, an 1/8 Polish, and an 1/8 French Canadian.
Jesus Christ, your family must have been real fucking confused in World War II.
Yeah. my dad's side, pure German. My
Yeah.
grandfather came.
Grandma was a fucking POW.
My grandma was. I don't know where she came. She was the one who was like half Polish and half Canadian. So
He was a Nazi.
Can they-
She was a Polish
Oh
woman.
my
he spoke out against the Nazi party and had to run.
He was a Nazi. She was a Pole. Couldn't make it any more obvious.
He got chased out of
He was chased
wherever
out.
I can't remember the city he lived in, but he got chased out.
You
by
know,
the
my
by
grandpa
the
was.
SS.
My grandpa was a fucking soldier in World War II, and he was also the personal radio man for Dwight Eisenhower.
Nice.
And then he broke his back when they flipped a Jeep in Germany.
Jesus.
Because I know my grandpa served. He was in the artillery. He served under Patton.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know if he ever.
I need to see that movie. I heard it's very good. It's one of those iconic things where he walks out in front of everybody in the
Oh
beginning.
yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of movies, I'm really excited for Godzilla.
bro,
You know what I'm excited for?
John
Fucking
Wick.
Spider-Man.
dude, yeah. Gyllenhaal, man.
I know we've talked so much about Endgame and shit, but I've just been thinking about it so much that I'm so sad that, like, in that last thing where the portals open, that the Defenders didn't fucking come out.
I think you're allowed to talk about spoilers now.
I would have been kind of mad if they included them at this point.
Why?
They've been
Just
separated
like a
on purpose
fucking,
so
just
far.
a good.
They're
no,
so
they're
weak.
in the same universe.
I know they are, but they've been separated.
You don't
on
think
purpose.
Iron Fist would have been cool to see him fucking glow up and just start smashing
Be cool,
some people?
but like, man.
And the Punisher just fucking like
I would have loved
dude,
the
here's
Punisher.
the thing, they had fucking Howard the Duck in the background.
No, they didn't.
The
They
Punisher
did.
would have been great.
Where?
When they came out of the portal,
No,
Howard the
I
Duck
don't
was there with
believe
a
you.
fucking Tommy
Can you
gun. Look
prove
it up.
it? Can
Yeah,
you
there's a
prove it?
picture.
I want to believe you, but I don't believe you.
Endgame Howard the Duck.
Holy shit, there it is again. That's all the Howard the Duck
I'm just
I
saying,
knew.
man.
Howard the dog.
Like, if you would have had the Luke Cage, fucking Luke Cage is like invincible, dude. It's so it would have been so fucking
Why did
good
this series get canceled?
because Netflix
'Cause they're
and
moving to Disney Plus. 'Cause
It's
he's
a whole
black.
fucking thing. That
They're moving to
too.
Hulu or Disney Plus.
That's bullshit. That's not really there, is it? Oh my god, it is.
Boom.
Oh, that's not clear. Hold on.
Yeah, there-
That's like one of those 9/11 things where you zoom in and see the devil in the smoke or some shit.
Reverse the image.
You know, yeah, Howard.
Look, the bottom of the plane is orange.
Howard the Duck.
here. He's right
Howard
here.
the.
There he is.
Okay, I see it.
He's got fucking Tommy
I
gun.
was wrong. I admit it. You know, he would. Do you remember he was at the end of one of the Guardians? Was it the first
Oh, yeah.
Guardians? The Collector looks up. He's like, "You let
Yeah.
it lick your face."
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the what are they called? Screen Junkies guys talk about Endgame, like reviewing it and shit, and they fucking got me a little teary-eyed when they were talking about it because I didn't even like think about it during the movie that when they finally say Avengers Assemble, they're not even just talking about the Avengers, they're talking about like everybody that was there, and it's
The
like
world, yeah.
fucking A,
Including
man.
Thanos.
Oh, not fucking fuck you, fuck yeah.
Don't cry on my fucking show, pussy.
I'm not crying. Look at me.
Yeah, why do you still have this shit on?
I pull my
My fucking face is sweating.
off and it's just my eyes are fucking red and water.
Just like, yeah, just fucking tears in the
me.
corner. Look at me.
On that note,
about-
Endgame was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so fucking
BJ was
good.
so right on so
Yeah.
many of his predictions.
was.
It was
Damn it,
ridiculous.
I still have the notebook where we all guessed.
Oh man.
Can I just say that Iron Man died like a fucking champ.
Yep.
Yes.
Best.
Steve Rogers made me cry like a bitch. And fucking we saw one of the Russo brothers be a gay man, so that was kind of cool.
Is he gay in real life or no?
No, I don't think so.
That's cool.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, man.
This is a little off topic, but Disney acquires Hulu. Does that matter to anybody?
They
Probably
have
a
control of Hulu.
majority share.
Okay. What do you think that means? Anything?
I don't know, that's weird.
It means that they get more money.
Their own platform to be.
Yeah, I think they're just not. I think all it means is they're just going to make sure there's no like weird competitiveness.
well,
You know,
either that or
I really don't think it means that much.
I think it's going to be that they're
Or the adult content will go there.
yeah, that their rated R stuff is going to go on Hulu.
Like Deadpool.
Like Deadpool, like maybe we see some more Marvel TV shows that are more adult.
Well, like I said, I think
themed.
they're just going to shift them over there.
Which
Off
by
of
the-
Netflix. Actually, no. I think I think the seasons that were made with Netflix will stay there, and then any new ones will.
Well, yeah, they probably have the rights. I don't know how that all is working. But did you know, and I totally knew this, but I just got reminded of it the other day, that Iron Fist and the hot Asian chick from Iron Fist, who I can't think of. Who,
Overwatch, Iron Fist.
oh, fuck
I know
you.
who you're talking
They're
about.
both from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, dude, that's Tyrell.
It's Tyrell.
Loris Tyrell.
Loris, yeah.
Spear never misses.
And motherfucking the one of the sand snakes.
Oh,
Is
one
the
of the
girl.
girls. Dude, how hot is that when the chick pushes her tits through the bars of the cell and Bron's just looking at her? He goes, "You might be the prettiest girl in all of Dorne." Am I really? I said might.
And she's like,
Game of Thrones. Is Bronn finally going to get his castle?
Probably not.
no, his castle's gonna be fucked.
How many episodes have you seen, by the way?
I'm caught up.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more to go.
I fucking no idea, because I thought Tyrion would use his crossbow and he still hasn't.
Anymore. I thought it was shown.
Yeah, I think there is.
Aftermath.
Let me really.
John is going to destroy John. Spoiler, by the way. John.
He
is
doesn't
gonna
care.
Kill, John is going to kill Daenerys,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to give up the throne to make it a free realm for everyone to dictate their own kings and or queens in their own places, their own cities or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on there with you. I'm at that train of thought.
But then again, what does it matter when they're just going to remake the series anyways?
They're
because
not
of the
going.
petition?
They're not.
They're
go-
not
Fuck
going
that
to.
petition.
Fuck that.
Fuck the Reddit thing of them petition, dude. Honest to God, like just
Fuck
fucking
Reddit,
grow
dude.
up. Yes, thank
Reddit
you.
is the fucking worst. I went on there, not to interrupt you, sorry, but sorry, go ahead. I'll not interrupt you. Go ahead.
I love Reddit.
Reddit's fine, but when it gets when it thinks that when everybody who's on it thinks they're better than everybody else because they're on fucking Reddit,
it's very funny.
It's like you might as well just go listen to a fucking Tool record and shut yourself in your fucking room.
When did they assume that the
Sorry.
audience viewing the show gets to dictate how it ends?
Or no shit.
That's the
No other
worst.
show has been able to do
No,
that yet.
No
they're
movie-
not going
nobody
to.
does that.
They're not fucking going to. The Benioff brother, the Weiss and Benioff are too busy writing Star Wars, so they don't give a fuck. Let me just switch the subjects.
Fun. I didn't
The
have something to say about Reddit.
you don't.
Fuck
What do you got?
I was just gonna say I ended up on that other tab. And on that point, fucking movies and TV shows aren't choose your own adventure. Just fucking
No.
watch it and shut up.
Yeah.
Enjoy it or don't enjoy it, but don't be like, you should have done this so that I would be fucking happy.
You can have an opinion.
It's like,
but
fuck
don't
you.
expect that it's supposed to be followed through on.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, Reddit. I was on there the other day because I wanted to look up something about Star Trek. I wasn't on there. I googled it, and then Reddit was like the first result. I'm like,
was on
whatever.
Boobapedia.
And then I was like, I wonder what people are talking about Star Trek on Reddit. So I like go to the main subreddit or whatever, and it was like literally the first thing was that Star Trek 2009 or whatever is 10 years old on whatever day it was. I was like, oh, I wonder what people are saying about it. So I click on it, and it's literally just fucking these ultra nerds like, that movie had so many plot holes, and fucking all the actors were terrible, and I hated it because it was a lot worse than the original Star Trek.
Bunch of fucking
And then there'd be like one or there'd be a couple of people who'd be like, well, dude, the original the original series had shit ton of plot holes. All the movies, like Star Trek it's not perfect, whatever. Like it had these things that were good about it, the new movies, and then the people would just be like, you're a fucking retard. I've been a Star Trek fan, and it's like, oh god, at least they're as bad as Star Wars fans, so that I don't have to switch sides. Like, what the fuck, people?
I would say the Star Trek people can be worse sometimes.
I don't know,
'Cause
man.
They hold themselves. They think they're smarter than Star Wars because they're sci-fi.
They think they know more about movies, but Star Wars people literally have forced people to close down their social media because they fuck with them so much. And it's like
Yeah, the whole I don't know her name, but
they literally
the poor Asian girl.
Star Wars fans have put fucking a guy in the hospital with a mental disorder, and was on a high-speed fucking chase with the police because he went crazy because Star Wars fans are such fucking assholes. And I'm a Star Wars fan.
But
We'll get ya.
Between fiction and nonfiction.
Let me just before we close out here because it's getting to be that time.
Closing time.
I want to careful.
Sorry,
I want to talk about like the future of this, even though we kind of touched on what we're going to be doing. I want to have like this. I'll just share what's on my mind for right now with the future of what I want to do with just my platform. I want to have North Soul come in here, do like a 10-20 minute interview, and then do like a little acoustic thing for people to watch or to come in. Yeah? Something like possibly?
Yeah, man. Well, to watch on stream. I don't know about bringing a bunch of people in here right away, but
Fair enough.
yeah.
That's, yeah. Like, it's
Definitely
like
can have 'em in.
kind of exactly like how we did it at my apartment, just they have more space and more
And
rain.
just play longer.
Yes.
Because
So
they can.
more than one song.
Because they can.
Yes. I also want to start having debates. Maybe not necessarily about communism, but anybody that wants to come in that differs from anything we said.
Challenge me.
Feel strongly about one topic.
Yeah, anything you want to, like,
Actual evidence to point.
I know no one's watching this right now, but I just wanted to make it clear to anybody who's going to listen to this, or even you guys. One of the biggest questions I get or statements about people I want to have in here are, "Oh, I really want to come on, but I have nothing to say." Let me tell you something. I'm looking right into this camera. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, put it on me while I'm yawning.
Now everyone knows you're serious because you took the glasses off.
If you have a pulse, I want you to come in here. If you have breath in your lungs and a heartbeat, this is getting really stupid. I want to hear from you because every person has something to say. Every person's got a story. Every person has value to their minds, and I want to hear everything you have to say. And if you want to talk about whatever you want, and if you want to scream and yell at us because we're pro-choice or whatever, if you want to debate us or if you want to come after us, like just verbally, not angrily, don't set us on fire. We're more than happy to talk it out because this whole platform is about face-to-face communication and showing that it is still powerful and still needs to be done. And That's what we want to do. We want to have everybody we can on here. We want to have local people. We're above a hemp shop, and I want to have that guy on here because, or not hemp, CBD.
Weed.
Weed. We want to have the weed guy come on. And by the way, he's not watching this, but I was jokingly going to give him a bag of munchies at the end of it. So, like, you'll get free shit for coming on here. I'll buy, like, snacks and stuff. And it's just, I've never had someone leave here and say, I didn't have a good time. So I just wanted to extend that to every single person that's watching this, to please come on here and talk with me because it's fun.
Also, I'll fight anybody
BJ will fight anybody with his mouth.
with my mouth.
Caleb
Take
will
that
film
to mean
it,
what you mean.
and
I will indeed
Nate
film
will
it.
make off-color comments.
That's me.
Off-color, no color, because he's doesn't see color.
Wow,
And he's
that
taking his
was-
shirt off.
I see color.
I'm only partially colorblind.
Are you really?
He is.
Oh.
Yep.
I
That
didn't
means
know
he
that.
only discriminates against white people.
I was.
It
Oh,
just
he's one
means
of
that
those
certain
people.
Hues aren't as,
Fucking
as
whites.
vibrant as they should be.
Oh.
I kind of want to be that guy. I'd like just go up to
I don't see color.
go up to black people in a gas station, and be like, "Fucking white people, huh, man?"
Just kind of like give him a little
It's like
tap on the
it's
arm.
like lean up
hey,
next to him and be like, "Fucking whitey."
Fucking whitey, am I right?
Jesus.
Give him a little tap on the arm, like, huh, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying, man?
So what are they gonna do? Kill you? Maybe. All right.
Hopefully.
Please.
So, you guys,
It was me.
do you guys got anything to like
Millennials have definitely.
add? You don't have to, but if you got anything to add, now's the time. I want to start keeping them under 2 hours.
Now booking
If
for
possible.
Icy Driveway Studios if you're a band or musician for July.
He's single too. Just let you know.
Recorded, and they could be considered under.
Yeah, taking bookings for Icy Driveway for music and stuff like that. Just message Caleb and Dion or Mitch, I guess you can.
Or the page.
Well,
I
there's
have
no
been.
page yet.
I've been
Oh, yeah,
messaged
fuck.
by a few people already that
Cool.
I don't know that want to come on, and of course, since you're like sole proprietor, I always have to run. I'm
Well,
gonna
no,
run things
it's
through
all,
you and stuff.
It's all
and-
partnership, but the recording stuff is just through me. So
yeah.
yeah, just hit me up. We can discuss pricing. It's going to be cheap for the beginning part because I want to get some samples for people, but I guarantee it's going to be good.
He's like a crack dealer. You got to get the first thing out for free to get people hooked, and then you get them on the comeback.
Right?
Got anything to add, BJ?
Yeah, I've dealt a lot of crack. He's not wrong. It involves lots of comeback, if you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm here for the ride. We'll see what happens. Debate me. I'll fight you on any subject. I'll even pick the wrong side. I don't care. I will. You can be pro-choice, and I'll argue as
Life
pro-life,
for life.
and I'll win. Even though that's the dumbest stance somebody could have. Just kidding.
I've literally given the time that you were on. I literally just gave up because of how frustrated I was. Because I'm like, this guy
Don't
does
give
not.
up.
This guy doesn't fucking quit. I actually never really debated you. I just kept going, yeah.
I just keep talking, man. I
And
can
then
talk
if I
for
and if I
years.
mentioned anybody's name, you're like, he's a piece of shit. And I'm like, well, I can't really come back from that. So that's been this.
That's because
episode.
they are pieces of shit. You're probably talking about like Ben Shapiro or something, who's a piece of shit.
I brought up Miles Yiannopoulos, and you almost fell
Piece
out
of
your
shit.
chair.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Do you have anything to add, Nate?
I'm good.
Okay.
Like, how can you be a fucking gay man and
jeez,
and
this guy
vote
is
for people
he's
who literally
gripping
don't
the
want you to
mic.
fucking vote
He's
and shit?
gripping the mic. That's how you know
That's like, here's the thing. If there was like, if one of the political parties was like, yeah, hey, I really think this is like, this part of the economy should be done this way. And you'd be like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then like everything, yeah, that's fine. And then they're like, oh, also, I want to chop white people's nuts off. You'd just be like, well, the other stuff's good enough. I'm with them. No, you'd be like, fuck you. And this Milo guy is a gay guy, and he still goes along with these people who want to fucking take rights away from gay people and trans people all the time. Fuck that guy. He's a fucking idiot.
What does he know?
Fuck Milo Yakanapa Moose Apocalypse.
And with that, I think we're done for the day.
Yeah.
You might be able to catch us a couple times a week coming up soon, but we'll let you know on that. BJ's show coming at some point. We'll let you know when that is final and going to be a thing. That'll be live. Probably.
We'll probably do something next week.
Yeah.
Video game related. I want to buy that shitty ass like 70s couch from Goodwill and do something on there.
Do something.
That like super vinyl slippery thing that you probably fall off at 30 times a day.
No,
And on that,
probably.
yeah. Anyways, whoever's still watching, thank you so much for watching us and putting up with us. And if you watched the whole thing, which I don't think anybody did, you made it through a lot, and we appreciate that. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with us, so thank you.
I appreciate you.
Bye, everyone.
First show from the new studio.
First show from the new studio. Thank you.